Hello, everyone. My name is Katy, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. I hope everybody has had a wonderful or working week or whatever. See, I already foobarred that immediately. Anyway, hello, everyone. My name is Katy, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel.
Me?
I hope everybody has had a wonderful or working week or whatever. See, I just need to figure out where it's coming from immediately. Anyway, hello everyone. My name is Katy, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. That's me it's coming from. Working week or whatever. See, I already need to figure out where it's coming from immediately. Echo, echo, echo. I crack myself up sometimes, don't I, Shonda?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Oh, geez. Okay, let's try this again. Hello, everyone. My name is Katy, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. And me and Shonda are going to be working on Socialites 3 tonight. Blocks 19 and 20. Shonda will be doing 19. I'll be doing 20 on the live. And also, I hope everybody's been having a really good week. Shonda, how's your week been?
Not great.
Uh-oh. Work too busy or family stuff?
Family stuff.
Aunt not doing good?
She's in hospice.
Oh, is there anything I can do?
No, she's at home hospice right now, so we're trying to keep her home as long as we can. It's just a lot on the family because she can't do anything. She can't walk. She can't stand. Certain foods she can't feed herself, so it's a lot right now.
I went through that with my mom. She refused. She had basically stated that she was not leaving her house, and so when she went into a coma, because me and my daughter was taking care of her, and she fell on the floor and went into a coma. She never. We followed through on what she wanted. She went at home in her own bed.
Yeah, I think she's open to going into a facility, but we're just trying to keep her home for as long as we can.
Yep, I don't blame you there. All righty, let's say hi to. We have Danny's been hanging out in here for a while. Hello, hello.
Hi, Danny.
And Mary's been here too.
Hey,
Mary says,
Mary.
Mary says, I'm napping. Wake me up when you get here. And then after that, she says, nap wasn't possible. I'll sleep for a sin night if I could. You're having fun with that new poll. Okay, I don't see anyone else in here other than Mary and Danny, it looks like. So, I haven't cut anything
I
again.
just finished cutting.
But this flock that I'm doing versus yours is less complicated than yours.
I cut for both blocks.
Oh, I knew you figured you would, but I haven't cut for either one of them. But
Yeah.
anyway, this is the block I'll be doing first. And then I'll show you the one Shonda is going to do.
A
She's
lot
going
going
to
on
show
on
you.
that block.
Yeah, there's lots of going on. We got half square triangles in there, pinwheels, but I bet it's going to be fun because I love pinwheels. So I'm struggling right now because I think I ran out of yellow, maybe. So I'm got
Uh,
to go dig through a couple of my petite bins to see if I can find some yellow so that I can use yellow in here. And I also want to find a different color green. So I haven't done that yet. What's your plans for the weekend?
um, well, they changed. I was gonna go see the Odyssey on Saturday. I was really excited. I really want to go see it.
I'm going to see the Odyssey Saturday if I get off the ground from here.
I literally just refunded my ticket like an hour
Oh,
ago. I'm gonna have to go a different day. My mom and my grandmother are coming up to visit my aunt, so I'm gonna go over there on Saturday. And then and it's hard because I want to see it in IMAX.
yeah.
And so getting an IMAX ticket is daggone near impossible right now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a whole lot of IMAX theaters in my area. So there's one that's like 30 minutes away, which is standard distance in my area. And it's like the only seats available are like in the front row.
Uh-oh. I would not
And
want to be on the front
right,
row.
and I
No
didn't.
thanks.
And so I had found one seat on Saturday. Either that or you have to see the show that starts at like 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night, which I can't do.
Yeah, I
So,
understand that.
so yeah, I'll have to. I think I might be able to get a seat for later in the week, like a 7 o'clock show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I have to see what days I have to go look after my aunt first before I can sign up and figure out what day I'm gonna go.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to go. I'm supposed to fly tomorrow morning to Nuke if everything goes according to plan, and that's what I'm going to do tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. Go see the Odyssey
Nice.
because that's in Nuke right now. So I'm hoping that we have had nothing but rain for almost. It's been a week now, right, honey? Yep. Yeah, it's been a week now. And also, as of yesterday, our roof is leaking.
Oh, lovely,
And guess
lovely.
where it leaked on?
Where
I had some fat quarters that I had opened in a
you
sew sampler
gotta be
box,
kidding me.
and it was leaking on top of those.
You've got to be kidding me.
I am so aggravated.
Of all the places.
It had to leak there. Yeah. We for this roof a long time ago, when all of this used to be a living room, um we had I think we had that kind of rain before, right, honey? Where it rained like for days, and suddenly there was like three spots in the roof that leaked. And then um when we did the when he went to look to see if he could find out where it was leaking, he couldn't find where it was leaking at. And it didn't leak again after that. But now we have a leak because every time we get heavy rain, it starts leaking again. So I have
Yeah,
a very big tote catching the water.
I get you because I not too long ago I had to have a leak repaired in my roof. And I'm so upset because if I had known, because the roof on my house is original from when
Mm-hmm.
it was originally built. And I think this house was built in like 2002. So if I had known when I had that original leak, I could have parlayed that into a full roof replacement, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that at the time.
I'm not sure when, honey, when did you do the roof last? It was after you bought the house, right? I, or have you not done it since you bought it? It's never been done? So it's gone. How long have you had the house now?
23 years.
Wow. So when we did the renovation on the house and we raised the roof on the back side of the house, this is how bad the contractor was. Instead of doing the right thing and making sure the whole entire roof was one piece on this side with the covering, he spliced into what was up there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So it's probably leaking somewhere in one of those seams up there. And Nikolai has to get a hazmat suit. He's going to go buy it from Stark because he climbed up in the roof last night and he was going to go check out and see if he could find the leak and realize, yeah, you need a suit and a respirator because of all the insulation up there. And
Hmm.
so that's got to be, we're going to have to deal with that and find out if it's a bad leak or if it's leaking like in a seam. Because my biggest concern is getting that insulation getting wet and then molding.
Mold. Yep.
Yeah. And since I have chronic airway disease, that would be bad.
Ooh.
Hey, KK. And she's saying hi to me and you.
Hi,
Um,
KK.
Mary says, I just realized I'd be able to do the stitching better if I turned my lights on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I
little
hear you on
light
that
helps.
one.
A little light does help.
Yep. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this block. Hey, did you see my blocks behind me?
I did. I was looking at them when we were setting up. When did you make
Oh,
those?
so that one up over there. Wait, let me move my finger. That one. No, yeah, that one is with those wovens for the QuiltCon 27
Okay.
challenge. This one is the Hoffman coffee shop with additional Hoffman stuff for the Hoffman challenge. So I'm doing the same pattern, but two different, one's wovens, one's batiks. But that block is really cool looking, but I wish I'd have used a dark color.
You know what? Because of the yeah, because of the I didn't recognize it as the same block at first.
Yeah.
Because the
blue is too
contrast
light.
between like the block on the far this side, the far side,
Yeah.
that
It
one,
looks totally different.
there's so much contrast between that dark pink and that white in those
Yeah.
triangle pieces
Mhm.
that I didn't notice it. Like it's where your eye is drawn is completely different on the pink block than it is in the middle block.
Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
yeah, it's crazy, and I'm gonna leave it like that
You
because
should.
it's different. It's from the other one. It's not gonna be an exact replica. Some might sort of be, but not all of it. But that made the block look totally different.
I think that's a good lesson in color, like
Yeah,
when you're doing your lives and stuff, to
yeah,
see how your eye is drawn differently. And I think it's
yeah,
because you have that dark pink in the center on the other
mhm,
one,
yeah,
and where you use the lighter color, it's like your eye just goes to a different place. And at first, until you said it, I didn't even recognize them as the same block.
yeah. You thought it was two different blocks, didn't
I
you?
did. I did. I did.
That's what's so funny about when you're sewing someone's pattern and you're doing your own thing with the color. Because I'm making it mine more or less within the guidelines of the challenge. And it's been interesting because there is browns in there. And that dark color you see on that block up there, it's a like a navy blue with gray and green in it, but my eyes don't really see the green, but there's green in it,
Okay.
which is very interesting. Let's see. KK says, I will check in with you later. Need to get up and work on something. Okay.
Bye, KK.
See you later, KK. See you later, alligator. I think Nora knows something's up. She's really going to know something's up when I pack my suitcase tonight.
Oh, Lord. They are
But
smart.
this will be the first time I will be leaving her with her daddy instead of her daddy always leaving. I can't find, I need yellow. Where's my yellow? I'm going to have to break a fat quarter, I think. I have used a lot of green and yellow with all of my scrappy stuff because all this is scraps, as you know. And it's like I got this little, I don't know, thing in my bonnet about let's make sure we use pinks. Ooh, here's a Hoffman fabric. I'm pretty sure that's Hoffman. Pink it, make sure that if I use green, put some pink in there somewhere, because I didn't know you could put those two colors together until I don't know, a few months ago. Remember when I was talking about that?
Those are the AKA colors.
Yeah, and I would have never thought to do that. And now I'm like hooked. Like, let's do some green and pink too.
Yeah, I made a pink and green quilt once.
That sounds like it would be fun if I can get the right color green and pink to do it with.
It was scrappy.
Very scrappy. Okay.
Like it wasn't like, well, I used maybe like 6 or 8 prints of each color.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. That's a really dark red right there. I don't know if it's wide enough. Wait, it might be wide enough since this block is going to only be a 6-inch. Let's see what I'll be using. 2.5s, 1.5s, 2.5. Yep, it should be big enough. Oh, and they're using. Oh yeah, we got half square triangles in here too. Forgot about those. My channel is too quiet.
Hey, have you heard of I know the last time I was on You hadn't heard from Teresa Louise. Have you heard from her?
No, and I sent her an email. I've sent her a message on Messenger. Nothing. I am very concerned
Yeah.
because it's not like her to just disappear. So I don't know if it's something with her or with Brandon, or maybe they both got the idea to take off in their camper and go cruising. Because she had talked
I hope
about
that's what it is.
yeah, because she had talked about that she had told Brandon that she wanted to go off cruising this summer. Maybe that's what she's doing is cruising. It's
Maybe she
not like
decided
her
to
not to.
unplug.
Yeah, and she may have unplugged and said, I'm not talking to anyone right now. I want to go have fun. So I don't know. It's just strange that she's disappeared. And I hope she's okay. And I don't know any other way to contact her to check on her, because
Right.
I've sent messages and emails, nothing. No reply saying, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just busy. Nothing. And it's really not like her. The last time I think she kind of sort of disappeared was when I think Brandon was sick or something and in the hospital. But I also think I heard something about that one of her sisters was having health problems. So maybe she's dealing with that.
Well,
Could be.
I'll say
I
a
mean,
little
we
prayer
could
for her tonight.
speculate, until we have an answer. I don't know what to say except that I'm missing her um and
I
after
miss her. I
life.
miss her dry sense of humor.
Yeah, me too. And she's so kind and soothing to talk to. But you're soothing to talk to too. So there's that.
All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this block and what my plans are.
Okay, are you going to put it under the camera we can see?
Yes.
All right, because which camera? The one you're on now or the one with the
Yes.
machine?
The one I'm on now.
Okay, because I'm going to spotlight you so they can see what your plans are. Give me some, please. Why are you hiding from me again? There you are. Okay, let me spotlight. There we go. Now they can see you.
So the way this block works is that you can see here we have this pinwheel in the middle. So those are half square triangles. And then these 4 pieces on the outside are also half square triangles. Now the pattern used 2 different colors. I decided to use the same color because I just want to see how that's going to look. So I've got my half square triangles ready to sew. And then there are these borders around the pinwheel. So I want to kind of get the half square triangles together first before I decide how I want to do how I want to sew these together. I don't know what order. I think this is the order I want to put them in. But I kind of want to get the half square triangles put together first and make sure that I like having the same print versus 2 different prints before I put it all together. But it's going to be a really easy block. It looks more complex than it really is, but it's not. It's basically just 8 half square triangles. And then you have these little pieces here that you'll sew together into a strip. And then you'll match that strip you create with this strip of white. And then you'll be good to go.
That's
so that's
awesome.
what I'm going to do.
Okay. All righty. And while she's doing that, I'm still I'm still auditioning fabric. And I'm almost thinking I'm going to use this for this. Yeah, hang on a minute. I'll show you what, as you know, I've been using this turquoise as the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So none of mine's cut. I'm going to use this for the center of that block. Where's my paper? Oh, yeah. And then I'm not gonna follow all of the color because I'm gonna kind of go off script here a little bit. And yeah, that green is, I don't have enough of that green. That size doesn't look like, what size are these triangles supposed to be? 2 inch.
I'm not following the color at all.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna put some of this blue in here. That's out now that I found the yellow that I want to use, and I'm going to use some of this red. And then this is like it's a really, the camera does not, yeah, the camera's really weird. I don't know if that's going to help or make things worse. Yeah, this is showing really, let me put it up in front of the other camera. Can you, no, I can't because
Is
I'm
it pink or
spotlighting.
is it orange or pink or
It's
red?
it's a really light orange. It's not, the camera's making it look all brilliant and dark orange, but it's not. It's more like it's almost a salmon sorta.
Gotcha.
Because if you put this pink next to it, can you see? Yeah. And I'm going to use some of this pink and a little bit of this green. And yeah, and then the other thing is I kind of want to put this in here too, but look here. This is red. This is a dark red, and that camera cannot see that. And when you set that next to that, look at that. They don't even look hardly different. Isn't that crazy? So let me try the other camera so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Cameras are fickle creatures. So this is, see what color you see here?
Okay.
Yeah, let me spotlight that one because you actually can see the color better. So you got this one, but then I have this really dark red. But even in front of that camera, they look the same, don't they?
Well, on my screen, they don't.
Huh?
On my screen, they don't.
So it must be my laptop teasing me, period. But yeah, I can't wait to get on my desktop because the graphics card will be a lot better. But anyway, this color right here is a really dark red. Let me see if these, let me take these lights off again. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, you can't even see it because the camera's not looking at it right. But anyway, I'm probably going to do a bit of both of those because, you know, rotate them around the blocks. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Hi there, Linda from Irish Sail Lady. Oh, she said something too. Let me read what she said. She said,
I need to open the chat.
good evening, Katie and Shonda in chat. Just finished my day and it was a long week. This weekend, the weekend goes by so quickly that I'm determined to relax and sew. I had to put my Bernina in for cleaning. I have a Joy Baby Lock for backup. My Bernina won't be ready for 3 weeks. Wow.
Oh,
That's hard.
oh.
And then Lisa says, hey there, Katie and everyone in the chat. I'll be lurking. Hi, Vicky Bush, and hello, Carrie. Welcome, welcome. The colors meld beautifully, Lisa says. All right, so we'll see what I can come up with. I'm still kind of iffy about a couple of these colors. Part of the problem is some of it's not talking to me. You know how I tell you it talks? It's not talking tonight. Shonda, did you get your air conditioner fixed?
Yeah, I got it fixed the next day.
Okay, because last time we talked, it was down.
No. It had been down.
Oh, okay.
That it delayed our trip.
Oh,
we were
all right.
supposed to leave Sunday morning to go on the trip on the July 5th.
Right.
And we couldn't leave because I had to get the AC guy over to fix the AC. So he fixed it on Sunday and we left on Monday morning.
Well, at least you finally got to go on your trip. Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Yeah, we were supposed to leave Monday initially anyway. We just moved it to Sunday. We moved it to Sunday just to get an extra day in.
Yeah.
Hold on.
The trip went good though, didn't it?
That was great.
So the
There we
H2,
go. That should be better.
this one doesn't have the numbers on it. What's the H200? Where's my, oh, here we are.
I mean, it was Florida, so it was hot and humid. I didn't do much.
Yeah, Florida's going to be Florida, that's for sure. Let's see, this is supposed to be 2.5 finished, right? No. Yeah, 2.5 finished. So what's, so it's the H250. That's not the 200. So the H200 is 200. Wrong size. I need the smaller one. Although I don't know if I want to use half square. Let's see. Background is going to be 2.5. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do the half square triangles by the usual way, not the paper way, because I'm getting good at doing these half square triangles. Okay, so we need, I'm going to start with the half square triangles on this block first. So I need to cut some, let's see what color I'm, red. You know what? I wonder how many half square triangles I can get out of this. Let's cut this and find out.
How are you liking your Aliso?
It's not an Eliso, actually.
Oh no, I mean whatever the mini
Yeah,
the mini
you know,
you got.
I like it. You know what I found? Oh, I need to turn that off, don't I? Sorry. Look, I discovered, I was wondering what the heck this thing is right here. Wait a minute. That right there, I was wondering what that was. See it? You know what it is? It's for the cord.
I'll have to make it big. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's
I don't
what it's
think mine
for.
has one. Mine doesn't have one of those.
Yeah. Now here's my dilemma right now. You see the cord is on the right, well, it looks like on the left to you, but it's on my right hand side. And I have to fight with the cord on my desk because I'm on the left side of my desk. But when I move back into the craft room, my smaller ironing station will be on the right of me anyway. So
Okay.
this will be okay then. So, but then I kept thinking, what the heck is that for? And then I looked at it, I was like, it sure looks like it's the same diameter of this cord. So I pushed it on there to see if that's what it's for. And it slips right on. See?
Mm-hmm.
And then at least the cord is not so annoying because I put it so that this is in my left while this is on my right, and it's not, this cord is not getting hung up on the right hand side of me between my machine and my little portable iron thing. Did you see my little portable iron board that I made for my desk? See what I made?
Oh, that came out good, Katie.
Yeah, I did. It was just a piece of, I had Nikolai cut we had an extra piece of, it was not very long. I mean, he cut off about 8 inches of it, and it was the right width, and I just had him cut it off, and then I fixed it up. And this, I think this fabric, it is thicker than regular quilting cotton. It feels almost like canvas maybe. And I think this came from Sweetwater because I have some more Sweetwater that feels exactly the same as this fabric does. And so I'm going to take that other Sweetwater one, and it's got quilt designs on it. And I'm going to recover the bigger portable station with it because maybe it'll last longer, because I used the regular quilting fabric this go around when I covered this one. It's already got holes in it.
What?
And it's not even, I only had this one here, the bigger one, for about 5 months, and it's had holes in it for 2 months now.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and it was an off color that I knew I wouldn't use, and I thought it would be fine. It's not fine. So we're gonna go back to using the sticker stuff because it lasts longer.
Yeah. I was gonna make one of those. It was a while back, a few years ago. Because I don't know if you remember Jordan from Jordan Fabrics. That's what she used to have. It was
Yeah.
like a board, and then it was had some like batting wrapped around it and some fabric. And I was like, oh, that'd be a good idea. But then I was like, I am way too lazy for that. So I just used I just got one of those I got one of those big wool pressing mats on sale for like super duper cheap.
Well,
And
if I could afford a wool mat, I'd do that. But you know what I did? I have two different staple guns now. Because I gotten smart about these portable boards. I've been putting 2 layers of batting. Now the bigger one has tinsel bright also stuck in there, and I used all of it. So this little mini doesn't have the tinsel. So I put 3 layers of batting, and then I had a scrap piece of fabric left from something that I knew I wasn't going to use it for. So I put that in next. And then this is 2 pieces of this covering it.
okay.
So, and the plywood that's underneath it is 3/4 of an inch thick. So I had the first staple gun I bought when I first did the first one, which happens to be, okay, I moved it. Every time I think I'm going to show something, I realize I moved it somewhere. Anyway, my old board, I used shorter staples. Then when I tried to put it thicker on it, the staples weren't going all the way in. So I went back up to Stark and I thought I took my staple gun and I said, can I put longer staples? He says, not for this one, you can't. And then he showed me what he had, and I bought the cheapest staple gun he had that would take the longer staples. So now I have 2 staple guns, but it's okay because the shorter one can be used for other things. Like when I get ready to set up a new design board on the wall that used to be the window, I'll take a staple gun and staple the top part of the design board on the wall.
Okay.
But leave it so there's like a little gap where you can stick a flat tip screwdriver in there and pull them out without tearing up the wall.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I say, you know, those little ribbons that Fat Quarter Shop puts around their fat quarters and other companies do. I have saved those because what I did on the design board on the other wall that we're going to be taking down and disposing of because there's glass in it. I had taken that tape and put it along the top. I did like 2 or 3 staples with the original piece. And then I took that tape and I had sewn, I don't even think I sewed them together. I just put them in strips across there, you know, end to end. And I stuck the stapler in it and stapled that so that there would be no pull on the design board itself because that tape would make it stronger.
Gotcha.
So,
Smart.
and then when I stick a screwdriver up in there, I shouldn't have World War III trying to get it out.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Hey, Candace, how are you doing? And I am hot.
Hey, Candace.
Do you know it is hotter than you know what in this house? Or it's my menopause getting the better of me.
Might be a little bit of both.
Yep. Hi, Candace. Welcome, welcome. And hello, High Plains Camper. It's good to see you. And yeah. Okay. Don't forget to do the poll because we got a new vocabulary word. Did you see the new vocabulary word?
No, I'm not on the YouTube. I need to get on
It says, what is the modern equivalent of the word sinnite? Sinnite.
I gotta see how it's I gotta go open the YouTube so I can see how it's spelled. Because that's how I figure stuff out sometimes. If I can find a root word and I'd be like, oh, maybe okay.
Well, my guess was wrong. I was close, but I was wrong. All right, I need to stop messing around and get this cut. So we need 4 2.5-inch squares for the background. And then for D, we're going to need 4 2.5. Okay. Lisa says, rescribe. Maybe wait a minute. Lisa, subscribe to your channel, Shonda. Thank you, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
We appreciate that. Lots. I love it when we get new subscribers.
I don't know. I'm just gonna guess.
Hmm?
I had to guess on the poll.
Yeah. You I wonder if you guessed the way I did, because I like look a lot of times I can guess the definition based on the what part of the word is too. But I got it wrong this time. And I'll be the first to admit that. I don't think I've ever seen the word actually. I may have heard it though. Maybe on a movie or one of those like movies that's
In the
like
past.
King Arthur time
Yeah.
or you
Hmm.
know, I probably heard the word because it seems familiar to me, but I didn't know what it meant. Because yesterday I gave another archaic word, which I did know the answer to, because I've heard it lots of times on the J.R. Tolkien's books, because he
Ah.
tended to use them old English words that we no longer use, you know?
Yeah, it's probably in like what's that by Chaucer, the series of stories? I can't remember right now.
Well, didn't
That's gonna drive me nuts.
dude, I can't think of the dadgum guy that wrote Romeo and Juliet and Hamlet.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, Shakespeare also used those
The
kind of
can the
words.
Canterbury Tales. It's probably in
Canterbury
the
Tales.
Canterbury Tales.
Yeah. I don't need this green after all. This is going to work. I have enough of this right here. Mary says, break time, be right back. Remind me, are you going to be in a hurry to get off later or?
Not necessarily in a hurry, but
Because I have,
I'll have the baby with me at 7.
okay, because I just want to talk to you about something.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tomorrow, you're going to be at your aunt's or you're going to be at home tomorrow?
Tell Nikolai said hello.
Hey, honey. He's got head. Shonda says hi.
Hi, Shonda.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens while he babysits the little one. Because it'll be the first time he's doing it by himself. And then he's going to do it again in January, aren't you, honey?
Yep.
Because I have to go to the States whether I want to or not.
Oh God, why do you have to come?
Because my passport's going to,
Toodaloo.
if I don't deal with it. And you can't be an American in another country without your passport.
Wow. And you can't do that over the mail?
Nope.
Oh my goodness. In 2026?
Nope.
That is crazy to me.
Yep. So I got to go to, so while I'm in the States, you and I need to get together.
Yeah,
One way or the other.
what part are you going to be in?
Well, I'm gonna fly into Florida and go. The first thing I'll do when I get to Florida is deal with not only my passport by going to the courthouse in Columbia County, but I'll also deal with my driver's license while I'm at it.
Because like I can get a
I
passport
can't
right
rent a
now.
car. Huh?
Well, okay, well, because I say because I can get a passport without having to go, but no, it's not true. I'd have to get the picture taken, and you have to go to a specific place. We just
Yes,
have,
you do, and you have
yeah,
to file with the
yeah.
courthouse. That's how
I
they've always.
forgot.
Well, unless they've moved it from the courthouse now. It's been 10 years, so
Yeah.
or almost 10 years. So it could be that I have to go somewhere else, but I've always done it in Columbia County because if I do this properly, by the time I get done with my trip, I can my passport will arrive at Lynette's house so that I can get back on an airplane and come back home. It takes about 6 weeks to get your passport,
Okay.
even on a renewal. So what I'll do is I'll do that. That's the first thing I'll do that. Go get my driver's license reestablished because it expired. And because I can't rent a car without
Oh my
a driver's
God.
license.
So much stuff.
Yeah, and I can't drive. I have a Greenlandic driver's license, but I don't think they'll accept that. But yeah, especially to rent a car, because I'm going to rent a car because I'm going to be mobile. Because the truck that I drove the last time I was there, and guess what happened to it?
What?
Lynette told me that it blew ahead. And they don't know why it blew ahead because they hadn't been having any troubles out of it. I have a feeling that maybe it blew ahead because it was staying parked too much and getting cold. And North Florida had gotten quite cold a few times, and maybe it didn't occur to them to go outside and crank the car more often.
Yeah, you
Because they didn't
definitely
drive
need
the
to crank
truck all the
car,
time.
like
Huh?
once a week, once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, they weren't always driving it, and the truck was a one own it belonged to her grandpa, so he only ever drove it. It only had like, when I was driving it only had like 56,000 miles on it or something like that, and it was 15 years old.
That's nothing.
Yeah, so it had itty bitty mileage on it. So and it drove fine. I mean, other than the blowout I had on the right front with the tire, outside of that it was fine. It didn't eat gas, nothing else. It handled 3,000 miles of me driving it, because I drove it. We put about 3,000 miles on it. So anyhow, I have to do that. So here's my plan. I'm going to go when Nick is, I will fly probably right as Nikolai arrives here from getting off the boat, because he has to work Christmas. It's his turn to work Christmas.
Mhm.
And then I'll fly to Florida to deal with that. And once I get my license, then I'm going to turn around and get on an airplane and go to California.
Okay.
And I'm going to be there to do, if I can plan it out properly, I'll go to Road to California, then go to my daughter's house, get all of my stuff out of her house, and I want to rent a car and drive from California to Georgia.
Ooh, Katy.
But if I can find me a buddy who doesn't have to, that can take off like 5 days, maybe I can have, with a driver who has a driver's license, that will fly to California for Road to California with me. Then we can drive back together. That would really work out, because it's only technically it's a 3-day drive. It took Thomas 3 days, and it took Thomas 3 days because I made him stop at when he would drive 10 hours. And I told him it was not fair to make that child sit in a car seat that many hours. So I set up hotels for them along the route. And so they spent 3 nights in affordable housing, you know what I mean? And oh, so we're only using, wow, we're wasting half square triangles. That's interesting. But anyway, so I figured if I had someone who had a driver's license, we might could do it in 2 and still spend 2 nights somewhere on that long road. It'd be like a joyride, seeing how much I can remember of that road from when I traveled across it when I was 5. Because my dad did the roadie thing when he moved us from San Diego to Florida, South Florida. We did that route, I'm pretty sure, because I seem to recall them pulling off it a couple of times to get out and stretch legs and let us get out, and the dog and everything, because we had a dog in tow on top of it. And being in the middle of nowhere where you couldn't see anything, so it was probably native land.
I don't remember anything from when I was 5.
I could tell you, I can remember how scared I was at my grandma's when we were told we had to go do the bathroom in the outhouse. That outhouse terrified me.
I bet it did.
I'm just, because I never seen such a thing, because that's how poor my grandma and grandpa was.
That's how poor
running water.
That's how poor my grandparents were. My grandparents,
Yeah.
my grandmother had an outhouse her entire life, basically, almost until maybe the last couple of years.
Yeah. I'm like, why do they have it? Because that's all she can afford. And my mom comes from a pretty poor family. I mean, they had 13 kids, I
Exactly.
don't know
Like
how you
she
feed
did.
13 kids being dirt poor.
My grandmother is the oldest of 13 children.
Wow, so you get that then. Same.
Mhm.
And you know what they did for a living? They cropped cotton.
Yep, that's what they did. Mine too.
Yep.
Mine too. That's why she couldn't wait to get out of there and go and move to New York when she got
Yeah, Rita, you just keep on making fun. You don't travel, I do.
Oh, I can't see the chat. I don't know.
She says, Katy, I have a driver's license if that is all that is. Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying you would make the trip across the United States, Rita? I thought you didn't like getting out of your house.
I think Rita's selling wolf tickets.
I think so too. Because I didn't think she'd leave her house. We're talking about a long drive from California to Georgia. Uh-oh, where's the rest of these? Oh, they're right there. Duh. Yeah, I thought I could. Nikolai told me to see if Myra would be interested in it. Myra might. She's definitely not afraid of driving. Knowing Myra, she'd be suggesting driving the RV, and I'm thinking, oh my God, can I afford the fuel for one of those things?
Yeah. Well, I guess you could do the math and see if you save money versus, getting hotels.
A hotel and a rental car? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't,
It might come out the same, and then it would
it
be
might
worth
come
it.
out kind of the same.
Yeah. And then we wouldn't even have to stay at a hotel or anything because we have the RV to sleep in. And that RV she has, oh my gosh, it's a rich man's RV.
Man,
Or I
I was
call it
looking
rich man's RV. It's a fancy dancy one.
I was on Facebook Marketplace the other day and somebody was listing an RV they had only had for a year. And
Wow.
I guess they used it for what they wanted to use it for, and then they were ready to get rid of it. $62,000.
Wow. That's the
But
price of a
it was
brand, well, used to be. Now, if it was back in the 80s, that's the price of a small house.
right.
But
But
not now. I don't think you
had
can
a
find
bunch
a
of
house for that
pictures.
price now.
She had a bunch of pictures. It was beautiful. I mean, it was nicer than my house.
Yeah, because the plan is to get all of my stuff out of the house and out of her house and Thomas's stuff. Um, because Thomas had to leave stuff. And I'm hoping it's still there. I hope she's not like done something with it.
So you're gonna drive all that stuff to Georgia?
Yeah, and the reason I want to drive it all to Georgia, especially my stuff, is it'll be cheaper for me to mail it from the East Coast
Gotcha.
instead of trying to mail it from the West Coast. It'll be pricier from the West Coast because it's got to travel across the United States or however it'll travel to get to Greenland.
Okay, gotcha. So how much stuff is it? Like, can you fit it in a regular car?
Yeah, I think if I rented we used a small mini I guess they're called mini SUVs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Because you could put like 4 large suitcases in it if you want to,
Okay.
if you use the back seat, of course. But the back part of it, we put both our big suitcases and his backpack and my carry-on back there, that's in the back where the storage part is at. And it was plenty. I mean, I still had to put a couple things in the back seat, minor things. But most of it was back there in the back.
Okay.
And that thing got decent gas mileage from my point of view, considering how pricey gas is.
I know.
We put I think I said we put 3,000 kilometers on that car. And I only fueled up 2.5 times.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. Because we did a lot of drive. I mean, when we were out troll hunting and stuff, we did a lot of driving in the middle of nowhere.
I can tell you I would have had to gas up my car. Gas. You hear me? I'm thinking about trading her in, but I just don't want a car payment.
I don't blame you about not wanting. What about trading it in for a one if you can find, I don't know, the car Thomas has that because I helped him buy that car. We went to different places and we found that he ended up choosing this car. It was only owned by one person, and when he bought it, I think it had 90,000 miles on it or something, and it was $12,000. I'm
Yeah,
like, when did you,
that's about the range I'm looking at.
which apparently is a good rate for a car that has that little of miles on it.
Yeah,
It had never been wrecked. You know, there we could see the whole entire history of it because the owner actually took it in for servicing and stuff. And so he ended up making the choice, and it's a little Hyundai Elantra. So it's 4-door, small car. He gets decent gas mileage with it. It's perfect for him and his son. And so far, he's not had any trouble. He did tell me that the sun is fading the paint on it because he can't park it in, in a carport or anything.
Yeah, that's just gonna happen. Because I don't have a garage because I'm sitting in what would have been the garage for my house. So we park on the street. The paint is gonna fade. It's just one of them things.
Lisa says in the early 80s, our 1,600 square foot house was 13,500. Seriously? Wow. That's really cool. She said, yes, it needed a little work, but hey, that's still a good, yeah, that's a good price. Where's
that's a car? That's a car.
Yeah. Nowadays, cars cost more. Oh my God.
Yeah, cars cost like $30,000 and $40,000.
I know.
You got to be out of your mind.
Yeah.
Or you just have to have more money than I have. I can't do a $600 car payment. I can't.
I don't know how my daughter does car payments. They own 3 cars, and 2 of them, one of them is a full-size SUV. The other one is, I can't remember the name of the car, but it's a car. But both those cars, they had car payments on them. The other one, the third one, was a very old little Toyota something. I can't remember the name of it. And it had it had the stick shift in it, not the automatic in it, and it was ancient. And when you drove it down the road, it felt like you were driving a box car, I'm like, oh my gosh, none of that cushion they're used to in the newer cars,
Yeah, I remember my grandfather, he had a truck that had basically no cushioning whatsoever. And when you drive it, you are bouncing all over the place.
Yep.
My aunt loves it. She inherited after he passed, and she still has that thing.
I don't know how many times I kept stalling it because when they were at work, that left me with only that car to drive. And I can't tell you how many times I'd stall it at a stoplight. Oh my gosh. And I mean, I don't have that many hours driving a stick. I knew how to do it, but I was always stalling it because I wouldn't give it enough gas when I would, let off the clutch.
I never learned how to drive one, so
they're not hard. And but I guess I've sat next to someone who drove his all the time, and I think that's how I learned because I was watching him do it.
Yeah.
But even when I got behind his car, because he would let me drive his car to the store and stuff, and I come back, I said, I am so aggravated because I keep stalling your car. He says, it's because you're not doing it right. And I'm like, well, hey, Raven, welcome, welcome. Hi, Mona, welcome, welcome.
Hi, Raven and Mona. I can actually sew today.
Yeah, I'm so happy about that too. Let's see. Rita says, I'll stick with my 1994 Dodge Ram 35. Yeah, I would not want the fuel bill for that thing.
I mean, I have a Pathfinder, and that's enough.
Do you know what we saw today? Was it today, honey? I think it was, no, yesterday. We were at the store yesterday. We saw a Toyota Range Rover, I think is what it was called. I ain't never seen one of those. And
You've never
that
seen a Range
thing,
Rover?
not that type. It looked like it was part Hummer, part truck, part something else. And it even had one of those things on the side where if you drove it through water, it wouldn't quit when you were in the middle of the water.
Gotcha.
Had one of those things on it. And I'm like, now what do they need with something that dang big here? And that we don't know who it belonged to because we never see them come outside when we were waiting for a taxi. But it was fancy dancy. We ran into a German couple while we were in the store. Their English was really good, and they were asking me certain kinds of questions. I'm like, I cannot escape these questions. My truck gets mileage for what it is, which I get 28 miles, so that is not bad for a V8. You get 28 miles in the city, Rita, or on the highway? Because I can't imagine you getting that in the city. Lisa's is my first car was a 4 on the floor, and that poor little car, I gave it no respect. Never lost a transmission. Ah, what a good time. Sounds like me and my 67 Pontiac GTO. I stayed in trouble with that car. In other countries, they don't slap the luxury names on vehicles. Toyota makes Lexus. Lexus is sold as a Toyota outside the USA. I did not know that.
I didn't know that.
Me?
I mean, I know they changed it here. You know, I know Lexus was a Toyota,
But
but
you
I didn't.
know, you can buy a BMW here, and it's half the price of what you pay for it in the United States.
Really?
Yep.
I've never been drawn to those. No part of me has ever wanted one.
I don't want one. But when I saw the price, I'm like, wow, they're cheap here in the grander scheme of things. Time to plug in the little iron and press these little blocks.
It's got to be nice to not have to keep getting up and going to the iron, though.
It is. I only been getting up to the big one when I have to press the whole big block. Like those big ones behind. Those are 16 3/4. Those ones that you see behind me.
Oh, okay.
They're huge. So this one had some smaller blocks in it, but that one over there, they were like 4.5 unfinished. And I'm so proud of myself that I didn't quit with it because of those big, long, half rectangle triangles. First time I've ever done them.
I did a whole quilt of them.
I finally figured out how to get around what I was having a problem with. I made a paper piecing paper for it. And that's how I managed to get them to come out right.
I did mine regular.
Yeah, I was struggling with figuring. I couldn't understand how to trim them down because the printout shows this what to do with the ruler and everything, but it's opposite of what. Yeah, I complained that some videos have things doing opposite, so that's why I can't figure out how to do them. It's because they look opposite to me. And normally you would be standing next to someone watching them do it, and when they're on a video, it's in front of you, which is opposite. You know, like when you're looking at me, my left might look like your right. Oh, let me see here. Yeah, those older trucks will definitely be sturdy for if they got hit. That's for sure. Mona, what have you got yourself into today? Lisa wants to know. Is something, yeah, something going on I don't know about? All right, we got these pressed. So now we need to cut the rest of this. The rest of it's going to be rectangles and a square. Time to be square. Okay, so we need how many of these rectangles from the background? All right, this is done. I'm done with that. Okay. Right. We need 4 2.5 by 3.5 rectangles. That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe you can make some more of the
Do you need this?
yeah, this is my original Shonda that I was talking about.
Ah, yeah.
It's in rough shape, but you see, you can I only use like I had a towel here, and then I put batting in between the fabric and the towel, and then just the fabric.
Okay.
And I don't worry so much about the because batiks do this, believe it or not. The dirt, what looks dirty,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
guys.
Yeah, it's the dice does this,
Mm-hmm.
but right here you can see where it's disintegrating. But this is this canvas filling fabric too. So this lasted over a year and a half before I decided to make the bigger one. And I should have covered the bigger one with this stuff because this lasts longer. This is
Gotcha.
what it looks like when it's not all beat up and got teak dye all over it. See how white it
But
is?
theoretically, you can take out the staples and reuse the board, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm not throwing it out.
Yeah.
Uh, I just wanted a bigger one because the ironing board really pisses me off.
I don't own an ironing board anymore. I'm pretty sure. I think I have a half board,
Uh-huh.
like one of those small half
All those
boards,
small ones, yeah.
just in
I have a
case.
big one over there and it annoys the crap out of me.
I threw my ironing board away finally because I don't use it. I hate it.
But that makes two of us. Uh,
Two of them.
the thing is they don't the cover that goes on those ironing boards too, they're not made to use the heck out of either. And
No.
so the cover already had holes in it within like a month. And I wasn't abusing it. It's just that, heat makes things go bad if you do it over and over and over again, and I was using it for when I got my quilt tops finished. I would go over there and press them on that thing, but there's just no space. That's why Nikolai made the cutting table like he did, so that I could figure out. We had intended upon making like some set up some kind of iron station where we could go bigger, and then pull it off the top and set it aside when I wasn't using it.
Yeah,
So
that's why I did mine. That's why I ended up doing mine the way I did. I only paid $60 for my wool mat.
mm-hmm,
Um, and it's 60 inches long
mm-hmm.
by I think, I don't know, 24 or 30 inches wide or something like that. So I just put that on top of a plyboard and put that on top of one of those cheap folding tables that you would take
That's
to.
actually a good idea, the folding table.
So I got
Yeah.
a board cut that was the like not the length, not the full length of the cutting table, but
Mm-hmm.
I think the table is 6 foot and I think the table is 7 feet and the board is 6 feet.
Okay.
No, 60 inches is 5 feet. So 6 foot table, 5 foot board. And
Hey,
then I got
Deborah. Go ahead. Sorry.
then I just got the wool on top of it. And then that way I have a nice big space when I don't have it all junked up, which I always do. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Rita, I'll have to tell you a story that about our truck. You'll find interesting, but let me read off some other stuff first. Rita says, yes, my truck got hit, not with me owning it, but previous owner, and the individual that hit the side turned his car into the individual that his something the aide turned his car into, well, was completely smashed. My truck just had a boo-boo on the passenger side. And hi, Dubrovka. Did I miss the catch-up story?
Hey, Dubrovka.
Dubrovka.
Seriously.
says, get after, did I miss the catch-up story? And then Lisa says, Katie needs a few thumbs up, please. Thank you, and make that algorithm do the work. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Oh.
It was Dubravka.
Dubravka!
Brought to you by Heinz Ketchup. We're having lots of fun with that joke. Marita says, I am so allergic to wool, so I cannot use wool. Hi, Nina. Good to see you. She says, hi, Katie and friends. Okay, so my husband, first husband, not the current one. My first husband bought a brand new Ford F-150 truck in 1985, I think it was. And so, you know, he bought it new, no miles on it. Anyway, in when Lynette was, I think this was 1994, so it had age on it. It wasn't quite 10 years old yet. I was driving to Gainesville with Lynette, and because we were taking her to see an allergy specialist because she was having such a rough time with her sinuses. And we were on the interstate and we were coming up an overpass, and there was a sign about 600 or 700 feet at the bottom of the overpass, and it says, please slow to 35 miles an hour, left lane only, accident ahead. Now you couldn't see the accident from that side of the overpass, and there was flagmen standing on the other lane to make sure everybody got over. And so I'm at the top of the overpass, and kind of find out it was two semi trucks that got into an accident, and they were cleaning fuel off the highway. And so I'm sitting at a stop with just my feet on my brakes, and I hear screeching tires. And when I look in the rear view mirror, I'm like, hang on, Lynette, because here it comes. This dude was doing 65 miles an hour when he plowed into the back of the truck. He was driving one of those really old ancient Bonnevilles that looked like the size of a Cadillac back then. And when he hit, it shoved all of the front of his car up to his dashboard just about. The truck itself got about $3,000 worth of damage to it. And it was mostly the whole truck bed had to be replaced. It didn't break the axle or anything like that. But what it did do is he hit me so hard that it knocked the cables off the battery. Now they took tools to put the cables back on the battery because I had turned the truck off and got out and yelled and then passed out on the floor, on the ground. I was cussing because all I could think of is my daughter wasn't safe.
Right.
And what had happened was when he hit me, I took the impact through my legs and it snatched my head back against the glass behind me.
Oh, gosh.
So anyway, that's why I have a bad back, is the accident caused that. But that was all the damage it done to the truck. Back then they were built sturdy.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, I doubt they're built as good as they were, but to me, if I was to get a truck, it would be a Ford.
Yeah. And you know, the Ford, the truck got wrecked one more time after that. He wrecked it by accident, but it got fixed again and it was still running. And then when he passed away, I sold the truck because I just didn't want to drive it because the gas, trying to raise kids that, you know, would on a measly little substitute teaching job, because that's the only job I could find at the time. Hi, Andy. How you doing, hon?
Hey, Andy.
Great,
I haven't
this is
seen you in a
gorgeous.
month of Sundays. Is that Andy from Crochet Andy?
Yeah, Crafty Witch. Yep, we need to do
I
another
haven't seen you in
crochet
a
live
month
for
of
you.
Sundays.
Yeah, she's been having problems. I hope you're feeling good today. Lisa says, guardian angels are real, Katie. Yep, it could have been way worse.
Yeah, it really could have.
Because I think what protected us the most was every year around that time of the year, we would go and get new tires put on the truck. because we used our income tax refund check to do that. And we would have new brakes put on the truck. Every year, religiously, we did that. So it had brand new brakes, brand new tires on it. That's why the truck never moved. Because when I saw the car coming and I saw what was sitting in front of me, I'm like, oh my God. Because there was a little Volkswagen sitting in front of my truck. And, you know, we were bumper to bumper. It never moved and plowed into the car in front of me.
Also, those trucks were heavy.
Yep.
Had some weight.
So how many of these am I supposed to have? I'm supposed to have 4. Oh, okay. So I got enough of them. Now let's get the colors out. In the middle is supposed to be C, which is a 2.5-inch square. The dude that hit me, he didn't have insurance on his car.
Oh my
He
God.
had a suspended license because he didn't have insurance on his car. So our insurance company had to pay for that uninsured motorist. You know, we had uninsured motorists on our insurance. So that covered for that. And it had to cover for my medical bills because it basically took me out of commission for 18 months. I couldn't take care of my own kids.
Jesus.
It had screwed up my back where I couldn't even stand up without pain taking me back down again. Kind of find out it was because 2 of the discs in the L4 and L5 got smushed together. And the doctor said it was because of the way, because I had my feet on the brakes. I didn't have the truck and drive. I mean, in park.
So basically, your body took some of the impact.
Yep, pretty much. That's the only time I've ever been in like that kind of an accident. I mean, I've had like where someone backed into me or someone came into my lane and caught the back end of my car because the back end of my car because they pulled into my lane too soon and caught me. But, you know, not being hit by anyone. And when I got hit, for a while, I wouldn't even drive.
I get that.
Because I was, and my first husband would yell at me because I would just stop in the middle of the road because I thought someone was about to hit me. He's like, you can't do that. You're going to get hit. And he couldn't understand why I was so frightful.
Yeah, I got T-boned, but at least it was in the passenger side and nobody was with me. And it was low speed because I was at a stoplight. So, not a stoplight, a 4-way stop. So it was my time to go. And then some lady, you know, so I'm going, and then some lady didn't stop and she just right into me. And ever since then, I get extreme anxiety when I drive, which is why I want to get rid of my car because it's really large and the way it's shaped, it's very difficult for me to see. And I have my depth perception is bad just in general. And then the way that the car is made, it's really difficult for me to see over the hood. So I have like a booster seat in my car. I have like a pillow that I sit on to kind of boost me up a little bit so I can see better. But if I trade it in, I want something that's shaped a little better so I can have better visibility. And I also want like the blind spot mirrors and all that, like detectors and all that, because I get so much anxiety when I drive, especially at night. This time of year, it's not that bad because I don't have to do a lot of night driving, at least not when there are other cars on the road. But like when the seasons change and the time rolls back, I'm leaving work and it's dark outside and there's lots of cars on the road and my anxiety level is through the roof.
I
Like
understand
I wear a little fitness watch that monitors my heart rate and my heart rate will increase when I'm driving.
Yep. I'm getting where I can drive okay in Copenhagen, but sometimes, man, my God, it is nerve-wracking. I have 2 huge complaints about driving in Denmark. One, all the road signs are where you can't see them. They got them, they have them down low, like at eye level, but you can't see them when there's cars sitting at a cross, you know, where it's a four-way or whatever, you cannot see the road signs. The second thing is some of the ramps for the roundabouts, there's ramps and then there's roundabouts and then there's ramps that are also sometimes sitting next to a roundabout. And I can tell you there was 4 times where I got on the ramp when I was supposed to be getting on the roundabout, because the way they have it done makes no, my brain couldn't understand that these were 2 different things. And so we'd have to do a complete go down the road, get off and turn around and come back to get on that one, you know. But I am getting better at, you know, handling everything.
For me, it's just when there are other cars on the road, I just and I just get really, I just don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, I told Nikolai he needs to get a driver's license. I said, then you'll see what it's like being behind the wheel of a car. Because he's a backseat driver. It's like, dude. Okay, let's see here. I gotta back up and read a bunch of stuff again. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna back up because it looks like I missed something. Let's see. Andy answered my question. She's a bit better today, but it's been a struggle. I know, hon.
I'm sorry, Andy.
You're in my prayers, and I hope things get better. And then Lisa says dinner's ready, nearly ready. So you guys enjoy the evening, and thanks for being here. Oh, anytime, and thank you for coming. And then Raven says, my sister's back got really messed up from us getting T-boned. I saw it coming. And from my reaction, she instantly turned around to stabilize my nephew's car seat. That'd definitely do it. Then Denise says, sounds rough. Surprised you don't I still have back problems, Denise. I just don't talk about them. My left side is pretty bad. And that's why I have to have pain medicine, because I stay in constant pain. And Denise says, hey, sugar pie, honey bunch. And then Raven says, laugh out loud. Now that song is going to be in my head.
Right. Right. You know I love you.
Yeah.
We're all going to be singing that tonight. I can sing that to the baby tonight. I'll be looking for songs to sing to him.
Do you remember the song that is so funny that you don't talk to me anymore song? Oh, I had that on my brain all night last night because someone made a comment. I'm like, oh my God, that reminds me of the song. It's so funny you don't talk to me anymore. And I can hear parts of the song in my head. And I'm like, I forgot to go look it up last night so I could listen to it, because I really don't know I don't know the lyrics to it anymore. Not all the lyrics anyway.
I'm gonna love this block. It's gonna look so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it because I bet it's gonna be gorgeous.
I've got all the components together now. I just have to sew the 9 patch.
Awesome.
Now this particular block, I think of all the blocks, this is one of the ones that takes a little bit more time.
Yeah,
block 19.
There's more moving parts in it.
Yeah, but I will say, like the very first socialites, to me, it was like all the blocks took this long.
Yeah.
So this is good. This looks great. I'm glad I left all my half square triangles the same color.
That was a good idea. Vicky says, my hubby fell and fractured his L1 and cracked his butt bone on top of everything else.
Jeez.
He is going, oh my God, I can't even. You know, when you have a L4 and L5 messed up in your back, it feels like your tailbone's being screwed with. Hey, babe, what are you eating?
Strawberry fields forever.
Oh no, now there's that song. Will you make some more of that other?
Yeah. Katy?
Napoli.
Napoli?
Yeah, my stomach's saying, put food in me, please.
I've definitely snuck a couple of bites since we've been on here.
Yeah, I ate earlier and I get where I can only manage a certain amount of food. And then it's like, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
But then later, because I've only had one meal today so far, later, this is the strangest thing, Shonda. Before, I never had any kind of you need to eat from my body.
Mhm.
You know, a signal saying you need to go eat. I'm not talking about food noise. I'm talking about you need to eat kind of thing.
Right.
And now I'm having this little signal. It's strange.
Well, I used to I'll get low blood sugar if I don't eat. So I definitely will have that. If I don't, like, if I haven't had anything, I'll start to get, like, I can go a while without eating. I can skip
Yeah.
breakfast. I can skip lunch even. But at some point, my mouth will get dry. I'll start to feel nauseous. I'll start to feel lightheaded. And then I know I've gone too daggone
Yeah.
long.
I've had those kind, but this one's where it's like my stomach is doing some weird thing. Like, and I don't know, it's just odd. All of this has been odd for me, especially the lack of food noise.
Yeah, it's really weird, isn't it?
It's very weird.
It's weird.
I mean, all I could think about was, food, and now it's like I don't even think about it.
Yeah, my problem now is that there are days when I don't eat enough. There are days when I've only had like 400 or 500 calories. And I think that's part of the problem I've been having. I think that's why I've been so fatigued. I think that's been,
Yeah.
And there's so much going on that it's just easy to not take care of myself right now. And so I just have to do better about it.
I know I need to do better. I'm still not eating, I think, well enough. The other thing that I've been watching a few videos about all of this, and one of the videos was talking about how they talked about the first couple of months, and then the next couple of months, and then the next couple of months. And it was talking about how, when you have a favorite food and you go and you eat a lot of that favorite food, dopamine kicks in and you get this little whatever.
Yeah.
There's a point in this process where that doesn't happen anymore, and the food that you thought was your best favorite food becomes not your so favorite food. I think that's a odd thing, and I'm wondering if we'll go through that kind of thing.
Not sure. I do know, like, or at least this week, I feel much better today. I've been making myself eat.
Mhm.
Um, I know we shouldn't be eating vegetables right now with the cyclospore we got going on, but
Yeah, I've heard about that.
and I know it's supposed to be just lettuce, but I don't really trust the information I've been given, but that's the one way I know I can eat. So at the beginning of the week, I just cut up like some red onion, some jalapeno, some cucumber, tomato, sugar snap peas, and snow peas, and I put it into a large bowl. And then
Mhm.
each day I'll get some of that out, and then I'll put some protein in there. I'll put some cheese in there. I'll put some broccoli slaw in there. And I'll just make this giant salad, and I'll put half an avocado in there and 2 tablespoons of olive oil.
Yeah.
And then I know if I eat that salad, I know that I've had like 800 calories and like 65 grams of protein. And even if it takes me like 4 hours to eat it, at least
You've
I know if
eaten
I
it.
eat that, I know that
Yeah.
I've had enough, for
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah. Yeah.
even if I
Yeah.
don't eat anything else. So then if I can sneak in a yogurt, and if I can sneak in, maybe a handful of almonds, then I'm getting enough calories in, I'm getting enough protein, I'm getting enough fat.
Yeah.
So
See,
I've noticed that I feel better this week because I was having extreme fatigue and I could not explain it. And then I look back at my food diary and it's like,
it's your
well, you
food.
haven't
Yeah,
eaten.
not enough. Yeah. It's like the other day, I cooked us 2 ribeye steaks, and they were probably 8 ounces, maybe not the usual. Sometimes I make them smaller,
Hmm.
and I cooked his the way he wanted, which is medium, and I made mine medium rare because that's the way I roll with red meat. And but I didn't make anything else with it because I didn't feel like cooking was what the problem was. I sat there and ate that whole steak, Shonda.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing I'd had that entire day. So I halfway expected to not feel so good later, and it never happened.
I do great on meat. The only problem is when I eat only meat, it takes every bit of appetite I have away.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I probably could have stopped about after I eat 75% of it. But I hate wasting.
I bet after you ate that though, you probably didn't want to eat anything.
No, I didn't want anything else for the rest. Yeah, because that was a bunch of protein all at once, and I didn't want anything else the rest of the day. Pretty much, I was done.
That's why I could never go carnivore, because when I eat meat and only meat, I don't.
You want to eat all of it.
I
Yeah.
just don't get hungry. I'm not hungry.
Hi, Yadira.
Yeah,
I was just totally not hungry anymore. And I know Nikolai's noticing things like, you know, when he goes and picks up something that's already been prepped, made, and now I'm getting where I'm giving him half of it because I can only manage half of it. And I used to didn't have that little off bell that's going. It's like, you need to stop.
Yeah, I've just been trying to write down everything I eat and make sure I'm eating enough.
I definitely think I need to do a food journal because, and I'm going to be talking to the doctor about it because I know I'm not eating enough calories, number one, and not, especially not enough protein, because it looks like everything, all the research I've been doing, protein and low carbs is the thing on this. And I don't think I'm getting enough protein, especially when I first get up in the morning, because I'm not a breakfast person. So I might wait 4 hours before I eat. And then when I do eat, it might not be enough protein for that first meal when it should be plenty of. So I need to be back to like I used to do, you know, eat 2 eggs and 2 pieces of bacon and add a vegetable to that plate, like spinach, because spinach has protein in it, and do it like that. Just do a small little stir fry or make an omelet with the spinach and cheese and, you know, bacon in it so that I get all those proteins at once.
Okay. Yeah, I eat breakfast if I'm hungry for breakfast. If I'm not hungry for breakfast, I go with a protein shake. I'm a coffee drinker, so I'll mix my coffee with the protein shake. Yeah, I'm on the stabby stab Raven. Oh, hey, Yadira.
I can't bring myself to drink protein shakes because I cannot stand the taste of them.
I have been, I mean, it's one of those things where like the first time you try something, you might not like it, and then the more you try it, you get used to it and you start liking it. That's me with protein shakes. It's been since 2015. I've been trying to get used to protein shakes, and now I've got it down. And the easiest ones to drink are the Premier proteins. Ready, those are the easiest.
Yep. Do we answer that question?
What? Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, we are. We both are not talking about it right now. I'm not talking about it because I'm not talking about it much because Shonda will tell you I've told her this. I am scared half to death. I have this fear factor on mine, but yeah, we are. That's one of the reasons I'm going to nuke, because the reason I'm doing this is because we're trying to find a way to, I have to get some of this weight off me so I can breathe better. And because I'm postmenopausal, losing weight is impossible no matter what you try.
It's been brutal. That's what made me do it, because everything that I used to do in the past, everything I used to do, it's just not working.
Yeah, it doesn't
and
work.
I know I'm not exercising, and I know that would change things, but I still so.
You know why I'm not exercising? Because I don't get any joy out of it.
I need to
you
be
know,
doing it.
people says do what you have joy in. The only thing I had joy that actually gave me exercise was riding a horse. People think that riding a horse is no exercise. You are wrong.
A lot of exercise to ride a horse.
You get a lot of exercise when you're on the back of a horse. And that's how I was getting, when I moved here, I had muscles in my thighs like you wouldn't believe. Now they're nothing. They're like jello. And you
Yeah.
can't imitate that exercise at all. You have to be on the back of a horse.
Yeah, I'm with you, Raven. I think it's been about 12 weeks for me. I've lost about 15 pounds. So some weeks I just don't even get on the scale anymore. I only know it's 15 pounds because last week I decided to get on the scale and I was like, oh, I lost 15 pounds. But I'm really not doing the scale thing. I'm not focusing on it at all. At all. Um, and I didn't get mine through my insurance. I had like $1,000 left on my flexible spending account card that I had to spend by March 15th. And there was a plan, I think it was like you get like a 6-month plan, and it was like $950. So I just did that and burnt my card.
Um, Raven, I don't know. How much did she say she lost? 12 pounds. 12 pounds is 12 pounds, Raven. Don't give up, because this stuff, every person, this is not a one size fits all everybody. But what it does is everybody's body reacts to this stuff different. Um, I've been at a stall this week because I've checked myself twice, and I haven't gained nothing, but I ain't lost nothing. But when I watch all the videos I've been watching and the research I've been doing is saying that sometimes this happens because your body still, because me and Shonda's not been on ours very long, and based on what you said, you haven't been on yours very long. It takes like a half a year before the body even aligns itself totally with what you're being given.
Actually, no, I take that back. It's been 24 weeks. Well, no, it's been whatever 4 months
Yeah,
is.
because
However
I
many
think
you
you've been
study.
going longer than me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I'm only 7.5 weeks in, and my 7.5 weeks up until this week where I'm not changed at all, and it may change over. It may happen because I notice sometimes when I check it, like I check my weight on the day I do the shot, and then I check like 5 days later, nothing's happened. But then when I go do the shot the next time, I've lost another kilo. So I've lost 10 kilos right now.
Yeah. See, I was already low
It
carb.
just,
I was already zero sugar.
yeah,
So there wasn't
same
really
thing.
much
Yeah.
tweaking left I could do in the diet, but
Yeah, exactly. So you and I are doing the same thing.
Mhm.
We were already lowered stuff anyway. I went into this, coming off of food poisoning, and then I had pretty much took out everything. I thought, like, I'm not eating hardly any bread at all now, period. I'm almost to the point of being ready to switch to keto. I'm just trying to go slow, because keto is effective with this, but the problem is it can make you very tired the first 2 weeks, I think, or something like that, or the first month. It's like a 2 weeks to a month, depending on you as a person, and you feel tired. You feel like you're sick, like you have the flu or something. And so I'm trying to ease into it so I don't have that side effect, because I did the last time I was on keto, and for about a month
Electrolytes.
I did not feel good at all.
Electrolytes. You need some salt.
Yeah, definitely. And
You
right now I'm
needed some
taking
salt.
magnesium, but I think I'm going to need to be using other things too. Look at this block, Shonda. What do you think?
Oh, hold on. I gotta look at your other camera. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
Thank you. So now I got to sew it together.
Also, you got to remember when you're on that shot, like the dose that's made that's clinically proven to work is the maximum dose. I'm not on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I'm not either. I told the doctor, because before I went to Denmark, me and the doctor had a video conference, and he said, and I about had a heart attack, because when I went to pick up my medicine, it was 1 milligrams. And I'm like, what the heck? I thought you said we were going from 0.25 to 0.50. He says, what are you talking about? And I told him, and he's like, well, no, that's not what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to go to 0.5, but if you want to go to 1, and I looked at him, I said, no, we're not doing this fast thing. We're going slow, because I have seen people do the fast mode, and I don't want to look like I'm starving half to death, you know? That
Yeah, I think I'm on I think I started at point 0.2 and then went up to 0.5. I think right now I'm at 1.4. And I
yeah,
think
I'm
the clinically proven dose for semaglutide is 2.4.
yeah,
So I'm not there.
yeah, and I'm on my this upcoming Monday will be my third dose of the 0.5.
Yeah, but I don't want to titrate up because I'm already not hungry. So
Yeah.
like I don't want to like I'm already struggling to force myself to eat. So I don't want to increase my dose. I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Oh, Andy says the body has to recalibrate. What really helped me was no GMOs, processed foods, and less sugar. That's right, Andy.
Yeah, you got to stay. That's why I don't want to drink shakes because that's processed.
I got to get the protein in. So
I know, and I'm not knocking but I've always been this way about protein powders. I just don't like the taste of them, is what it is.
I've gotten used to the taste of them because you know I've been struggling with my weight for a long time. I had a
Yeah, we
bariatric
both have.
surgery in
Yeah.
2015. So when you have surgery, you have to make friends with protein shakes. So
Yep. That you had the same situation as Myra, and this is working when the other didn't, you know.
yeah, Raven, I was with you. I was like, I can do keto and low carb. I can, you know, watch my portions, but it's just not working and I'm getting old and I have heart problems. And that was another thing is that
It
the
helps with that.
medication that I'm on is heart protective. And so that was like another factor into my hey Jason.
Hi, Jason. And Andy says, I was told if you start getting hungry, then ask for the increase, which that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm not
Yeah,
there.
I'm definitely not.
I'm not,
And that's why when I told him, I said, can we just do this slow? He says, okay, if that's what you want to do. I'm like, sure. Because I asked him, I said, is there some rule that I have to go up, up, up if I don't lose it fast enough for whatever the rule is? He says, no. Then I said, why can't we go slow with this? Let's do this properly so that when we reach the whatever happens, at least then I can maintain it. You know, that would make better sense to me.
yeah. I think when I'm done with my 6 months, I might try a different medication and
Yeah, I
see
hear
if
there's
my
so many
body,
out there right now. Yeah.
yeah. I might try the tirzepatide and see if my body responds better to that.
That's the one that has the two different things in it, right?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
because one's for hunger and the other one does something else. I forgot what they said it did. Um, because I watched this couple. They're doing the one with the that you just mentioned. You're starting to see more videos of people who are actually have done it or are doing it currently, and a lot of things that they say, you know, things you should know about, things that you don't need to do. I love that they're doing that. I'm not spending any more money than I have to.
Yeah, but I think if I
Jason
do
says,
that,
dang,
I'll
spell
go for
check
my
on
insurance.
Shonda.
Huh?
His spell
Oh
check
yeah.
corrected. Mona says, be right back.
It's crazy because I'll be writing my own name and it'll autocorrect to like chainsaw or something like that.
Yeah. What's hilarious is this YouTube thing has some kind of something on it. And sometimes when I put a Greenland word up there, it'll say something very weird. I'm like, dude, quit trying to translate what I write in the channel. Spell check is funky sometimes, says Jason. I was looking in the mirror today, Shonda, and I was thinking, because I made a comment to Nicola yesterday, I said, you know, it seems like there's spots on me that's missing something. And then there's spots that's not doing anything. And then I looked in the mirror today because I was putting this top on, and I'm like, there's stuff gone from right here on my shoulders and right along my collarbone. I'm starting to see my collarbone a little
I
bit.
can see it in your face.
Yeah, someone else said they saw it in my face.
I didn't want to say anything because I didn't know if you were talking about it, but I
I
noticed it
haven't
in your
talked
face.
about it in depth, but we had a little discussion about it. I think it was yesterday. I didn't tell everything. I will fill you in on a couple things since we are talking about it. When I go see the doctor on Monday, I'm also seeing the doctor that I've been doing the video conferences with. He scheduled me to see him also. And he's going, we talked about my blood work. And I said, finally, someone's going to tell me what my blood work said. He says, your blood work's fine. I mean, you're not, he even told me, he says, you're not even diabetic, whatever, it's not there. And I said, but then he said he was going to put, when I come, he's going to have more blood work because he wants to check some stuff out. And I said, can I make a request of some stuff to be checked? He says, sure. What is it? I said, will you check me for insulin resistance, check my cortisol levels, and check my inflammation levels? Because that contributes to weight, preventing you from losing weight too.
And that's the stuff that doctors don't talk about. This is
Exactly.
my block.
They don't discuss it. Oh, that looks great. Hey, let me spotlight you real quick where everybody can get a better look. Hang on, y'all. I'm gonna spotlight Shonda so y'all can see her block. And he agreed to do that. So we're gonna get some extra stuff that's never been done for. Raven says, I can see the colors. Jason
I
says,
love how it came out.
did YouTube do an update that got rid of the blue and green names? No. I mean, I still see green and blue.
I do too.
That looks great, Shonda.
I love how it came out.
It came out beautifully. Is the green or is that blue?
It's both. It's like a blue green.
Is that batiks?
No, these are just prints. I don't have any batiks in my quilt for this project. It's 100% scrappy. Now let's see if I can get this other block put together before 7.
We shall see. How's that grandbaby doing?
He is lovely. I've been loving it.
I wish I could see mine. Everybody's saying they love it. Super cute block. Very nice.
Thank you much. Oh yeah, we all tossing some half square triangles, aren't we?
Yep. There's 4 in this other block, or the one I'm doing. But I just did it I didn't bother to do paper. I decided I wasn't going to do it. Just had 4 little. Y'all are going to see me eating a little bit. Just taking a couple bites here and there. You know what I did last night?
What's that?
I ruined a very expensive roast.
What?
I put it in the oven to cook while I was live, and I forgot to tell Nikolai to set the timer. And so when I remembered it, 5 hours of a live had gone by.
Well,
So needless to say, at roast, we managed to be able to eat the center out of it, but my God, oh Lord. It was a good thing it was on a lower heater. It would have really been bad.
I have definitely done similar things.
No, Denise, most people who are, what's the best way to put this without being offensive?
Because when you're fat, everybody thinks you're diabetic.
Yeah, there you go. She said it.
Like that's just the fact when because I'm overweight. So every time I go, I would go into a doctor, like the first thing they would want to do is check my sugar. And I'm like, dude, I'm not diabetic.
Yeah. They always bring it up. That's why they pull the blood work because you're
Mhm.
obese. So they pull the blood work to see if you have diabetes.
Like at one point, I like it was this is a while ago. This is like over 10 years ago. But I had something wrong with my leg. Like something was going on with my leg. And he was like, "Well, if you have diabetes, it can impact your legs and your limbs. So you might be diabetic." And I'm like, "Dude, my husband is diabetic. I've checked my sugar before. I get physicals regularly. I'm not diabetic. Something's wrong with my leg." He's like, "No." So then they did the test and he
But
comes
Raven
in.
even said it just now.
Mhm.
You're more likely to be diabetic if you're fluffy.
Mhm. Literally, he comes in shocked. He's like, "Well, you're not diabetic." And I'm like,
Oh,
duh.
yeah. Yeah. Just the first thing they check for because they assume that because you're having this kind of difficulty, this is going to be.
Like, I wasn't even 40 yet at the time. And I'm like, dude, I'm not diabetic.
So it does get brought up. There's lots of assumptions that get brought up just because one of the other assumptions is doctors will say you need to lose weight, you need to stop eating so much. Some of us don't eat like all the time. Some of us don't hardly eat at all.
Yeah, like we're not all eating
We're
shoveling 6,000
yeah, we're
calories
not
down our
shoveling
gullet.
food left and right in our face. So there's many assumptions made about this. I am happy to hear people starting to have now, it's now been called a disease instead of someone overindulging in their life. My issue didn't happen until after I had my baby, my first child, and I was 25. And it was from spending and really the weight didn't happen until after they pulled me off prednisone after me spending 9 long months on it. And I was taking 90 milligrams 3 times a day of that stuff. And I watched myself balloon before my eyes. I went from a 125-pound woman to a 225-pound woman.
I was never a skinny mini like Katie was. I was always
Yeah, I was tiny, itty bitty.
I was never skinny. I was about when I had my first kid, I gained I think I was 160 pounds. But I was 5'2" at the time. 5'2"
Mhm.
and a half if we're counting. So um but I think after that baby was born, I didn't gain any weight. I don't gain weight while I'm pregnant. I gain weight after the baby's born. So I know it's hormonal. That's when I knew that there was like a hormonal connection because when I'm pregnant, I can eat like 10 cows and I won't gain any weight except for the weight of the baby. But after the baby is born, that's when I gain weight. When my son was born, I weighed less after he was born than I did before I got pregnant. But in those 6 weeks after he was born, I picked up 20 pounds just like that.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
Just like
When
that.
I was pregnant, uh, when I was pregnant with Thomas, they had me on quite a bit of the same drugs they had me on the last 4 months of my pregnancy with let's see, 8, 9, yeah, no, last 3 months of pregnancy with Lynette. But and then I had my tubes tied, and then I was pregnant again. After that, I couldn't eat anything, period. The whole 9 months I carried her, the only thing that I could manage to do was drink milk. Everything else had me worshiping the porcelain god. So I never gained 1 pound. And the doctors was like, you need to gain weight. I'm like, don't you think I'm heavy enough already? And when she was born, she weighed 8 pounds, 4 ounces. So she was not a tiny baby like her older sister. Her older sister weighed 7 pounds, 10 ounces. And Lynn was born 3 weeks, wait, almost 4 weeks early.
Yeah, my very first was 8 pounds, 4 ounces. But she was 2 weeks late though.
I think she was supposed to. Everybody kept, you need to have her on your birthday. And I'm like, no.
Right. I don't want to share my birthday.
Yeah, people forget my birthday as it is. Why would I want to do that? And I was so thankful when I went into labor with her a week before my birthday.
I love my birthday more than any other holiday, more than Christmas, Thanksgiving, more than anything. I love my birthday and I want it recognized.
Exactly.
And that's just how I feel about it. Like, I don't need a gift or anything, but I do need a happy birthday. And you're going to hear my mouth if I don't get one.
But with Thomas, I was one of the rarities. I had my son on due date.
Oh, did you?
I sure did. And and the doctor, after 26 hours of labor, he says, you're going to have this baby before 9 p.m. if I got anything to say about it. And my mom's over there like, sometimes you can't rush these things, but I had him 1 minute before 9 p.m. on due date.
No, none of my kids are born on their due date. Now my son, he was I had a scheduled C-section and I went into labor waiting for the daggone doctor. And I'm like, I'm supposed to have a C-section so I don't have to feel contractions.
Yep. Denise says, wait, I want to make sure something wasn't said in front of that one. Let me see here before I comment on her comment. Andy says, I always ate once a day for like 5 years and couldn't lose weight. My body just wasn't working right. Yeah, the doctor told me eating once a day means you're starving your body, and that's why you're not losing weight. And that's what they would tell me. And then Denise says, doctor is only doing their due diligence. The people I go to won't even bring up your weight. Well, you must have a really good doctor.
Yeah.
Because every doctor I've ever seen brings up my weight. Yeah. You need to lose weight. And you're like, sometimes I want to say, no, Dewey, Louie.
I'll be like, tell me something I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll get saucy with doctors. I don't care.
Jason says he wish he just didn't like food so damn much. We all like food. Look at here. Up until the last however long, before, let's start with before inflation. Food has been pretty easy to get to. If you think about it, it was affordable, and I grew up in a household where even when my dad got laid off, my dad found a way to feed us, so we never went hungry.
I never went hungry. Clearly, yeah. I haven't been hungry.
And my kids didn't go hungry either. Raven says, help me out here, Shonda. Is that hyper? Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Let me see.
Hyperemesis is why I only had one kid. I couldn't stand the thought of doing that again until he was almost 10.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? And Jason says, oh, same, Shonda. I'm very inquisitive. My doctors earn their money with me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I did these half square triangles wrong because I did not pay attention to the instructions.
Can you fix it? What you do two seams?
I'll have to read. I did one seam, but I did it like I was gonna do two seams.
Oh, okay.
So they're all too small.
Raven says extreme vomiting. Oh, that's what I did the whole time I was pregnant with with Kristen.
Not once did I vomit.
But the doctor who did my second tubal, we talked about me being, because we had a discussion about why I got pregnant again. And then I asked him, I said, you know, the whole time I've been pregnant with this baby, I couldn't eat. He says, what do you mean? And I told him, and he says, well, that's probably because while you had that surgery and they did it through your umbilical area, and because you got pregnant right behind that surgery, you developed a umbilical hernia, and the hernia was causing me not to be able to eat.
Gotcha.
So when I had her, Medicaid does what it always does. It pulls the mom off Medicaid. Within 6 weeks, you're off Medicaid. So until, let's see, I'm trying to think what year, until like 1994 or 95, when my husband finally got health insurance, I had an umbilical hernia and I had woman trouble that prevented me from ever leaving the house when it was going on. And when I got insurance and finally went to a gynecologist, and he's like, this is not normal. So we did a DNC, and that just made it worse. And then when he finally decided to take me into surgery, and when he came out, he says, the reason you're having all those troubles is because your uterus never shrank down to what it was supposed to after the birth number 2.
Well, that's something that should have been checked at your post
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what was causing me all my issues.
That's something they were supposed to check to make sure that it went back to size.
Yep, it never did, apparently. And so when I got pregnant with Kristen and then had Kristen, it just intensified the issue because it wouldn't shrink back down like it was supposed to. And so that's why I was having all the problems I was having. And the gynecologist asked me why I hadn't gone to see a doctor before. Now I said, lack of health insurance. You can't afford a surgery, and Raven says she thinks it was because their blood mixed. He's AB and she was A, and she had been told to donate blood because to have an extra factor in, she had an extra factor in her blood from mixing during the pregnancy. Oh, interesting.
She had RH factor. She was RH.
Yeah, I have RH factor too, but not from that blood type. Mine is ORH negative. So, and my first husband was O positive. So I had to have Rogam shots at a certain time of my pregnancy and after birth. Ouch. I gotta stop poking my fingers.
Yeah, now they just give you the shot like right before.
Oh, do they? I didn't.
Yeah, they'll wait till you go into labor and give it to you.
Yeah, I think they gave me the first one when I was 7 months pregnant or something. And then they did it again after I had them, because all 3 of them were born O negative.
Lord have mercy. I don't remember which white I was using.
So do you only want to change one, or you're going to have to change all of it?
No, I have to redo all of the Hasbro triangles. But when I started this, I just cut a large piece of background fabric and just put the bolt back on the shelf. And I don't remember which white I was using. So I'm trying to take it down to cut some more off because I'm about done. And I don't remember which. I think it's got to be this one. Yeah, it's got to be this one.
Maybe you'll be able to just put it up next to it and see if you can get it close enough.
Yeah, that's what I did. And it's
Welcome back, Mona.
It's always something.
Yep, sometimes this happens. And it's all good. Just go with the flow. I like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you. It was $8.
Hey, I bought a new shirt that I want to show you guys. And the first thing I'm going to do is cut the sleeves in half. Because they got long sleeves on them. Oh,
Need what, a 2.5 inch?
when I get done making this block, I'll show you what I bought from the store today or yesterday. I found a shirt that I can wear it, but it still feels a little snug right here.
Uh-huh.
And that's probably because of my wide shoulders. But it's long sleeve, and I think if I just cut the sleeves where they're just short sleeve above the elbow, it might loosen that up some more. Which means I'll have to sew a hem around it.
At least you got the skill set.
Huh?
I said, at least you have the skill set.
Yeah, I know how to do that. I think hopefully I'll do a good job of it. The Red Cross sent me a letter asking me not to donate again, says Raven. Wow. They were always calling me and my mom for our blood. My mom was one of those Gallonier people. Her and I had something that's missing out of our blood that can be given to the NICU to be used. And they always have a shortage of it because so many babies are in the NICU.
I can't, my phone died, even though it's plugged in. Why did it do that?
It might have got warm. Feel it and see if it's hot.
Maybe.
And yes, you're not knocked off. It's just the camera's turned off. You should be able to turn it right back on. It's not letting you.
Seeing that.
Oh, I see you. See that. Wow. Because I had that happen with mine the other day. The camera just suddenly shut off, but it showed that I was still there. Hi, Cindy. Hi, everyone. Hope you're doing great today. Yes, we are.
Hey, Cindy.
And I have to get up at 7:30 in the morning to fly tomorrow. And Nikolai's going to be working tomorrow too for my boss. But it'll be tomorrow afternoon, and it looks like his job's going to last until like 7 o'clock at night.
I'll get home around 7.
It looks like the last one. Yeah, it looks like the last one ends at 7.
Yep.
So probably 30 minutes after that.
Yep.
Remember to write down your hours, babe, so I can turn them in. And write down how many per group you take up there for coffee mix.
Yeah. I'll do 3.
You're doing 3 tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there must be.
The others do only take 2.
Did you look and see what cruise ship that was? Because it looks like
Something as grandeur.
yeah, because it looks like this is everything I saw on that schedule. People are going to Gardar, to Habalsi, the Tannery, Taste of Greenland, the City Tour, the Coffee Mick, and there was something else. I think an iceberg safari or something. So there must be a lot of people that set up to do stuff. So that's why she's working the tannery, because I'm not going to be there to do the tannery because I'm going to be on an airplane.
And you'll be in Nuke.
I'll be in Nuke by then probably. So that's why she's doing the tannery, because someone had to take my place. I told her, I said, this should be my last trip out of town. Thank you, Jason. Y'all are so sweet. I love you guys. You have no idea. I appreciate every one of you. And those who donate to my little cause. Because I save all that up and use it for this channel, not for myself.
I wonder if Andy wants to do some Lego.
I don't know. We should ask. Hey, Andy, are you in the chat?
Jason.
Yeah, because Jason's here. Because that might be a great idea, honey.
Yeah.
Since so and so doesn't, yeah.
How's your feet?
So far, I've gotten this much down me.
Good.
Just taking a bite here and there. Thank you so. Oh, I already wrote that. Jason says smiles. She's here, honey. Come make a proposition.
What?
Come make her a proposition.
She's here.
Yeah, she's here. She said yes.
Andy, since Thomas didn't show up with the little man, are you up for a little game or with building Legos?
You mean tonight?
Yeah, or I don't know.
Or on another live
Oh,
when
on
I
it.
get back from my trip?
Yeah.
See what was written in the chat, Shonda? Hey, Kevin, what's up?
You just had to egg them on. You just
Yeah,
had
yes,
to.
you did.
Hey, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Would you be up for that, Andy? Probably when I come back, huh? Babe,
Yeah.
we have to watch out about that little iron. See?
I know. I meant.
I know, but look,
Oh, that's because I.
caught it.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh, right. Honey, here's another one.
Raven, huh?
Raven, yep. Andy says she's got to see what Legos she have left. Hey, Andy, do you know what I found on Amazon?
Raven.
And they might still be some left because I'm going to order one tonight. I found the piranha plant on Amazon and I sent one to my grandson. So now I'm going to go buy one for myself.
And you got yourself another plant too.
Huh?
You got yourself another plant too. Lego plant.
Yeah, the one
With a
that
vase.
with the base that I got to build. Yeah.
Have they seen it?
No,
Where's the booklets?
they're in there in a box or something, I think. I might have put them in the same box with the stuff that came in the mail, babe. Was it where I thought it was?
Nope.
No? How you doing, Kevin?
Here, you can show this one like this.
This is what we brought home from Denmark or sent home from Denmark. Look. This is a Lego kit. It even comes with the base.
Nice.
It's kind of a strange drawing. It's the first time I've seen it with a base. And we got this from the Lego house store. Right, honey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I went in there on a mission. I was looking for the piranha plant. They didn't have it either. And the reason that we couldn't find the piranha plant in Denmark is because the piranha plant is on the verge of being retired. Hey, that box that came in the mail, can you bring that in here?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that, and I can do an unboxing. Raven says, I wonder if they have a condiment set. Actually, they do, because I saw one. I'm trying to remember what it looked like. Nicola probably remembers better than I do. I saw so much stuff, my eyes were. Hey, didn't we see a condiment set, a Lego condiment set? Salt and pepper shakers?
I think so.
I thought we had. All right, this block is almost done, and then we're going to talk about this box I got in the mail. And I've kind of said something about it already, about what transpired, but I want to show you something.
Don't forget
Because
the word.
I was pretty darn shocked.
Don't forget the word.
Huh?
Don't forget the word of the day.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Someone's reminding. Probably Denise, right?
No, it's me.
Yeah, because you're gonna leave soon.
Well, no, I'll just stop sewing. I can hang out with. I'll just be holding the baby.
Oh, okay. All right. Here's my block. Let's see here. Ta-da!
I like how that came out, Katie.
It looks good. It came out good. I don't know why yeah. All right, so that's block number 20 now. I don't have the other one cut out because I'm about to detour a bit about a couple of things. I don't know if you guys remember that I was talking about I had to call Cotton Cuts because I hadn't seen anything from them in weeks, more like months. Part of it was my PMQ. I was missing 3, 4, 5, and 6. 4 months of PMQs.
That's a lot.
And I was also missing a Java box. So when I called, come to find out, I had all these orders open, but no one had packed them and mailed them.
Why?
She couldn't give me an answer as to why that was. So I got this box right here with what's supposed to be in there. But this is how they packed my stuff. I've already took it out of the bag. When I opened the box, I found an open pink bag, and everything had been thrown in here and then put in this box. Just like that.
I don't know. After 4
So
months,
all of my clues are a hot mess because of the way they put it in there.
yeah, after 4 months, they should have packed it a bit more carefully, and they should have gave you something. They should have threw something in there for you, because that's 4 months is ridiculous.
Yeah. And here's the box for the Java box. It's not even a purple box. And this was in here, and I don't know if this was even intentional. This is London Calling Chelsea, month 2. I'm not even doing this so long.
And it doesn't even make sense to toss that in there as a freebie because you're not doing it.
Exactly. So there was that. There was the way they threw it in that bag, and the bag was never sealed. It was never put in here properly where things wouldn't get jostled around and turned into a hot mess. And all this was just thrown in there along with the box. And so a lot of these clues are going to have to be pressed because they're wrinkled.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I don't understand. This
crazy.
is not the Cotton Cuts that I have known since 2017.
Yeah, that's mm-mm.
And now they're going to stop all the subscription boxes. So no more Java box, no more Platinum box, no more Classic Cut box, no Modern Maker box, no nothing.
I wonder, like, if the economy, maybe they've had to downsize staffing.
No, I think what's happened is these pre-cut quilting kits have taken off so much that they probably either A, can't keep up with this, or they're making more money off the other and not making enough off this.
Well, then you limit your subscription count. You can limit the number of people that you allow to sign up and call it sold out.
Now, this part of what we're talking about, you guys, is speculation, just so you know. We don't know the answer to this. But because when I got the email saying that the box subscriptions were ending, there was no reason. They gave us no reason as to why they're stopping them. But they're stopping them. So anyway, this will be my last Java box from Cotton Cuts, unless something changes. I didn't even get to do the whole year with this, so which is kind of sad. So I'm gonna take it out and show it to you. And I'm not saying that y'all know I've been a true person about Cotton Cuts. I like the company, and I really like Kim a lot, but I feel like the company is growing fast. And I think what's happened is there's no quality control going on, and Kim's not aware of what's going wrong. Otherwise, I think she would be fixing it. Because when I talked to someone about it that works for her, she says, you need to talk directly to Kim on the phone.
Yeah, that's
and because I've sent emails to Kim, and I don't think Kim even gets emails anymore. I think someone else filters her emails now.
To have 4 months worth of orders just sitting
there doing nothing. And the problem with this whole situation is this is not the first time that this has happened relating to what I get. I prepaid for 2 Christmas boxes, just like everybody else did, but I never got them because someone, when they shipped it out, must not have shipped it out properly. So it kept being bounced back to Cotton Cuts, and I wasn't being notified that my order kept going back to Cotton Cuts, and then they'd send it back out. It'd come back to them, and it went to them 4 times, and then they canceled it, and then didn't tell me about it. And I wasn't refunded my money until I called and said, where's my Christmas boxes at? Because I called them in the middle of January because I had prepaid in October. They should have been here in time for me to do an online thing with you guys for the Christmas boxes. That's why I didn't do any Christmas stuff in December last year, because I didn't have anything. So, I understand things happen. But when it happens more than once, something's going on that shouldn't be going on.
And not just that, but there was no real accountability. There was no real mea culpa, no real, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know why this happened. We're gonna da 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 da. Like, I expect you to,
get to the bottom of it and find out why it keeps happening.
Yeah.
And why it happened to start with, because this is not the first time, you guys. This is like the 4th time where I've had open orders and no one had. One time Kim contacted me on an email or on Messenger. She says, have you received any of your stuff? No. She says, so why is it sitting on she says, it's sitting on her desk. And I said, well, why is it sitting on your desk? She says, that's a really good question. Someone didn't mail it.
I wonder if somebody doesn't know how to mail international or something.
Could be. Maybe one of her interns don't know how to handle international stuff.
But I guess they didn't know how to open their mouth and ask or do a Google search like everybody else.
No, that's a really great question.
I mean, if you go to the post office, they will show you, they will do it for you.
Yep. So I feel like it's mostly that they used to have really good quality control, and maybe I know that 2 people have recently quit that's been with them. Paula's gone and Carrie's gone. And Carrie was the main go-to person whenever anything went wrong.
Okay. So then there might be a staffing issue then.
Yeah. Did you pay for the whole year? What, on the PMQ, Mona? On my PMQs this go around, I didn't buy the whole kit because I didn't have the money for the whole kit. So I'm back to doing the monthly thing. And the same thing with the one coming up. It's going to be monthly too, because I don't have the money right now to pay for a whole kit. But if my PMQs continue to be stalled after this, I'm probably not going to do any more PMQs. Not until they fix stuff. All right. On a wonderful note, let's look at these batiks. Okay. So this one is called Bally Batik Club Lemonade Stand. And this is by Hoffman. So here's the first one. That's pretty. Then we have this one. Oh, wait, let me spotlight. Sorry.
Yeah, about to say.
I was waiting for something. I just realized, wait, I didn't spotlight myself. Okay. So this is from Lemonade Stand by Hoffman. So this is the first one. This is the second one. Now, someone mentioned that I might could find this same Bally Batik Club on someone else's quilty site. So I'll look into it because I kind of like getting them like this.
Yeah, God, who
So
I
if
haven't been shopping lately.
yeah, if we can find out who it is and if they international ship, maybe I can finish out the year.
I know
So I
who
wanted a whole year of this. Look, this has butterflies on it.
is it boutiques.com, I think, that has it?
I don't know. I'll have to look and see because I looked at Hoffman's website. It looks like you might can order from them, but then at the same time, I'm wondering if they're not it's not explicit on who can order from them. It doesn't say this is only for businesses. So yeah, because if I could order it straight from Hoffman, that would be great.
No, they don't have it anymore.
They've done away with it too.
Mm-hmm. But it's been a long time since I've shopped on their site, though.
These are very pretty. I like this color. This will be great, like a blender. This would make great binding, wouldn't it, Shonda?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It would make great binding. Okay, so these are all 12 of the fat quarters. And you know, I've been showing you guys these over the last, I think, let's see, this is June, so this is 6 months. So I'm not quite a year in on these. So yeah. Maybe I can find somewhere to finish out the 2026 season with these. And then I've been having a little discussion with myself on where I want to go with this, because that means no more subscription boxes from Cotton Cuts. And I really like fat quarters a lot, especially relating to batiks, because I can get, when you buy them like this, you get a very, variation of color. And this helps with, when I see something I can use and when I'm like, I intended on taking these here, and I'm probably still going to. When we set up the craft room, I'm going to put on a wall shelf up that these can actually sit on. And I'm going to line all of them up so you can see the color of all of these batiks. I'm going to leave them intact like this. So when I mount them on the shelf, you're just going to see the edge here of each set of, and it's going to go across the whole year is what my plan had been. And then after that, I will probably over time start pulling out of them and using them. What Raven said something. Okay, let me back up a little bit. Oh, also, you get a spool of thread in this box, and this one is Aurifil 2021. There was no pencil in here? No, guess not. Usually a pencil comes in the box too. Wait a minute. Oh, it's in here. I just couldn't hear it. And you also get a pencil. Look at little man. Is he sleeping? Oh, he's so beautiful. Look at you.
Say hey.
Hey, little man.
Okay.
Does Fat Quarter Shop? Yes, they still have. I went and looked, and they actually do have a Hoffman. I think it was Hoffman. Let me look. I think it was Hoffman. They have a monthly year-long subscription, I think. Hold on a minute, because I was looking into it to see if I wanted to join it, and it seems to be about the same price as what Cotton Cuts is, so it's not going to be any pricier. They have the where is it? I saw it. It's called the Fat Quarter Shop's Hoffman Boutique Fat Quarter Club. And when I went and looked at it, right now they're on the purple, which is right now. And it's $38.98 a month plus shipping. So shipping is going to cost me probably an additional $20, probably 15, 20, something like that. So I'm thinking about just switching over to that, because y'all know that I signed up for Sew Sampler, and I'm only going to do about a year of it, and then I'm going to cut myself back off of it. I wonder, look how he's holding his head up so good.
Yeah, he has his moments.
He's so beautiful.
What should matter?
Has he started making little cooing noises and stuff?
Yeah, he started. He started. I think he's hungry. I'll be right back.
Okay, because I think he was searching there. Looked like it. I like the fact Shelby says I liked the Fat Quarter Shop Hoffman Club, so that's what I'm probably going to do is switch over to that. If you just wanted boutiques, here's a link. Rhonda, tell me what the name of the website is, because you can't share a link because you're not a moderator. Keepsake Quilting has the club. Just Google the club and places show up. Okay. Because I would like to finish out this club before switching to something else. Because I'm not going to switch out of the boutiques. I still want to get them. This is a good way for me to see colorways. Raven says I should tell my older sister to have another baby so I can have a baby again. Aw. Island boutiques are very pretty, and they do have a Fat Quarter Shop or Fat Quarter Club. Island boutiques is beautiful. Could also do island boutiques, but I didn't see any island boutique clubs on Fat Quarter Shop. They used to have all kinds of clubs, but now their clubs take up just one page. They have, yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you something else. Hold on a minute. Because I have a combination of Hoffman and Valley in my house, along with Hoffman and Island Boutiques I have in the house. And Island Boutiques has their own club and auto ship. Okay, I'll look into that, Rhonda. All right. We went to the store yesterday I just forgot the name of her shop. Hang on a second. Oh, it's called Mika's. I knew that would come to me. Anyway, she does videos from time to time from her shop showing some of the clothing that she's putting in her shop, because she basically has a small boutique, sorry. And I saw a video day before yesterday where she had a shirt that I actually wanted to go see and try on and see how it fit. And I also ended up buying myself a sweater too. So let me show you the shirt and the sweater I bought yesterday, because I'm always trying to find sweaters because my shoulders get cold, but the rest of me not so much. And I want the sweater to button down the front because the rest of me don't want to be hot. But look at this shirt. Usually you don't even see me wear something like this. Check it out.
Oh, it's an animal print.
Yeah, and I'm going to take the long sleeve and shorten it to like 3/4 sleeves or something. And it has it buttons down the front, all the way down the front. See, there's buttons down it, so you can actually take it, you know, unbutton it. But it's really soft, and I'm not sure. Let me see if it says what it's made from. Nope, it doesn't say. So that means there's a tag inside the shirt somewhere.
You probably like on the seams, on the side seams toward the bottom.
Here it is. Oh, it even came with a button. Let me see if it says what it is. It tells you, oh, it tells you how to wash it. 30 degrees, cold water. Okay, it's made from viscose and polyester, probably. It feels like it's got polyester in it. Yeah, but it's very light. It's not that heavy polyester that will make you really hot. And when I put it against my skin, it feels soft. So anyway, I needed a shirt. I just need to take the sleeves where they're not long like this because I don't like long sleeves. But that's the whole of the shirt. Do you think it'll look good on me?
I think so.
Raven says, go to the hospital and volunteer to sit and hold the babies or go to work part-time at a daycare. This was for Raven. And Mona says, pretty shirt. And Denise says, if Fat Quarter Shop has downsized their listings, there's probably a supply issue. Raven says, oh, no. I want a baby to mold and do stuff with without giving birth. And then Raven
Become
says,
a grandma.
yeah, become a grandma. Denise says she's 47. I don't think she will be keen on my demands. Probably not.
At 47, absolutely not, ma'am.
There was a little period of time when I first got married to Nikolai. I'm like, maybe we should adopt a baby since I can't give you any. Because he doesn't have any children of his own. Well, he has mine, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And looky here, I bought this pretty black button down the front sweater.
You can't go wrong with that. That's a base. That's a staple.
Yep, and I don't know if you can see the collar really well. Hang on a minute. It's super soft, but look, it has like a ruffle, like a, I don't know, like a ruffly color on it, but it is so soft, so very soft. And just think, when I lose a little more weight, it's going to be longer. So the shirt, the animal print shirt cost
you right, Raven. She had already started over. Yeah, that's a nice shirt.
Yep. I usually can't find anything in her shop that I can't necessarily, not, that's not all necessarily true. By the time I get down to her shop, usually anything that might fit me is already gone. because there's people in town that are, a couple of them, in fact, they're bigger than me. And so they must come down there and snatch them up. But my parka, when I switched from the heavy parka to the lighter parka, she sent me a message and she said, you know how you've been trying to find a lightweight parka in a size that fits what you wanted? Because I told her I wanted it loose fitting. I can't stand for jackets to be tight, especially when they're going to your knees. And she says, I got some new jackets in and there's a size in there to probably fit you, and it fits large. So that's why I want you to come try it on, because it says it's extra large. And I know you said you wanted a 2X, but this extra large fits big. So come and try it on. And so I went down there and tried it on. Sure enough, it was like I was putting on a 2X.
Okay.
So that's what I used in the winter months, is that lighter jacket, because I can't stand to be over. And even that one makes me sweat, because when I first moved here, I was wearing sweaters. I learned not to, there was two things I learned about wearing parkas. Don't wear just your clothes. You need a layer in between you and the jacket. And at some point, for about the first 6 years, I was wearing multiple layers and then peeling them off. And then I went through a period of where I was down to one layer, and then I stopped wearing the layer. And then one day in the store, I took my parka off, which was a mistake. My shirt was wet. Underneath my shirt was wet. And I got cold, and it took Nico hours to get me warmed up. Because
Okay.
I literally caused myself to, yeah. So I don't do that anymore. So this is a really big pink bag that didn't get used for anything. You know that? Could be used for a quilt when I'm shipping it. Quilt
Yeah,
top.
you could.
So I should hang on to this so that I can put it inside the box. Pack it in that, seal it, and then put it in the box. No, I would have to do stuff every day. My son just finished his last year of school, and I found me some small fingernail clippers.
Can you borrow the niece? Or can you borrow the 4-year-old?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Can you borrow the 4-year-old? Thank you, Shelby. I think it's cute with the ruffled collar on it. It's also ruffled on the sleeves too. I just noticed that just when I was folding it. Look, it has ruffles even on the sleeves. See?
Yeah, I love me a nice black button down. I don't have a
Yeah.
long sleeve one. I have a tank top version, but I haven't been able to find a short sleeve one or a long sleeve one, just like
These
summer
are hard
ones.
to come by, these
They're
kind of
hard to come
sweaters.
by.
Yeah. When I was skinny
And you can find
back in the
anything
80s,
then.
you could find long cardigans everywhere in North Florida. But now it's like they're a extinct type of thing. Okay. Let's see. How many of you know what's going to happen to? I know some of you have heard me talk about what I'm going to do tomorrow. Anyone come in here that doesn't know what I'm doing tomorrow?
Oh, she gets borrowed a lot. That means she's a good kid.
Yep, everybody loves a child that behaves himself. Use the
Hey,
pink
Matt.
bag as wrapping paper. That's a great idea, Rhonda. So tomorrow morning I have to get up about, Nikolai thinks 8, but I'm thinking 7:30 because I'm going to take a shower. I'll pack my suitcase tonight. I've already done my laundry that's going in the suitcase. I'm not going to take a full suitcase because I'm only going to be there for 3 days, but I'm taking my suitcase nonetheless because I'm probably going to go shopping while I'm in Nuke. I'm going to come home with something for my husband. That is a plan. Hopefully I find what I'm looking for. I know he'd be a happy camper if he got another train. And he mentioned he needed another external hard drive, so I'll go up to the electronics store, which gives me a good reason to go up there and pick up a keyboard and mouse for the desktop, because I need to do that for the desktop. And the only thing I need to look into is I'm probably gonna have to order from Amazon is getting longer cords for USB to drive the mic boom that I bought. And because we're gonna mount that thing from the ceiling and just a couple more things. And I don't know, maybe maybe we'll be able to get my desktop set up before Nikolai goes back to sea. I'm hoping so. You're flying away to the doctors. Yes, I am. He's so adorable. Oh my gosh. He's definitely picking his head up.
What?
Did he eat?
Mm-hmm. Finished it.
Dang, he drank the whole thing.
Well, he's at 3 ounces right now.
That's still pretty good for one go.
Right there. You all right?
Mona has buttons if you want to make button down shirts. Yeah, I've done told her send buttons my way. I love baby grunts.
He's always grunting.
You know what else I like about babies is how they smell.
I know. That's the best part.
There's just something about grunting and smell that just brings out the mother in you.
Let's make it so they can see you.
He's looking around.
He's nosy.
That's good. I bet you when he starts seeing all those colors in those shells, that'll catch his interest.
Yeah, maybe.
Expose him to all the sewing and maybe he'll become a sewer.
Well, he's definitely gonna spend a lot of time with me while I'm sewing, so we'll see.
All right. I'm going to do the other block later.
I would if I hadn't miscut, I would have finished my block.
Yeah,
Would have finished it.
but I am going to show you, since y'all seen these blocks I'm working on. This is the next block. Look how simple that is. Now this one is called Entwined, and I'm gonna read a bit about this one, like I did with the other one yesterday. This one says, this one is by Nadim Aslam, The Wasted Vigil. Pull a thread here and you'll find it's attached to the rest of the world. And it's funny that I see this because one of the reasons why, and I'm going to bring this up because the whole world is tied to each other in some way or another. And with Greenland and Aka, when she did the whale wall, which is called They Come, one of the things she said, the reason she created it and put it where she says, because the whole planet is entwined by whales. Think about this. There is whales in every ocean. So every country that is on the coastline or whatever, there's wildlife out there that has to do with that. And here we are, we're sewists, and we're entwined because we sew with thread. So this one has a writing assignment too, just like the other one did. And I'll probably do these while I'm gone to New. So this one says, welcome to March. We are all entwined. This month block celebrates a truth between ancient and urgent. We are all connected. At first glance, we appear separate, individual bodies, individual lives, individual choices. But look a bit closer and threads of connection reveal themselves. The air you breathe circulates through forests across the globe. The food you eat connects you to the farmers, soil, pollinators, and weather patterns half a world away. The fabric in your hand links to cotton growers, textile designers, and the quiet community of makers who have stitched before you. Philosophers call this interconnectedness. Oh my God, I butchered that word. Ecologists call it the web of life. Certain indigenous traditions name it I can't say it's a Lakota phrase. Phrase meaning all are related. Whatever word we use, the message is the same. We are not isolated islands, but threads in a vast living tapestry. This understanding changes everything. When we truly feel our connection to others and to nature, compassion becomes natural, not forced. The stranger is no longer strange. The distant forest becomes our own lungs. The choice to act with kindness ripples outward in ways we cannot see. As you piece your entwined block, let it remind you that every thread matters and none of us are stray. That right there is so deep about none of us, we all matter and we're not strays. And there's some articles to read here, and I need to catch, I'll try to get these post links so you can read them. There's a podcast, there's stuff about interconnectedness by a couple of different people. There's videos you can watch about interdependence and how is everything connected. There's some read deeply books that you can read. And then basically on the writing prompts have to do with mapping hidden connections. Sit with something in the natural world, a plant, a bird outside your window, the texture of wood or the stone in your hand. What does it need to do? What does it need to survive or exist? Trace as many of its dependencies as you can: sunlight, water, soil, other organisms. Now turn that same lens on yourself. What do you depend on that you rarely acknowledge? How much does he weigh now?
I think he was like around 8 pounds, 11 ounces at his 1 month visit.
He has grown a lot just in a month.
Mm-hmm. So he's 7 weeks, I guess. Yeah, 7 weeks.
Yeah. How's she doing? She getting back to her usual self now?
Yeah, she's doing all right. She's getting used to it. She's just working a little bit right now. She's not working a ton. It's a luxury you have if you live with mom, So she's just taking it easy, getting to know her baby. And I'm just trying to give her some time to do that.
Anyone have any questions? Don't forget tomorrow, while I'm in Nuke, as long as the weather behaves itself, y'all pray that the weather behaves, because I will do my impromptu live. And so keep an eye out on YouTube to see it when I'm live, because we're going to be doing I'm going to be taking you guys on a walk. Just as soon as I get checked into the hotel and I'm allowed to leave, I'm taking off and going down to Nuke, down to the town park. And then later when I come back, probably on Sunday, maybe I'll, I don't know, maybe I'll go. I'm a little reluctant about trying to go live inside the hotel and walking around live, because some Greenlanders might take offense to that. But if I walk around in video without saying anything, and then I can just put music to it, that might be better. Because I got to try to make sure that I don't have anybody in the videos when I'm videoing inside the patient hotel. But I thought I would show you my room and show you the common areas, do that kind of thing, and then show you how this hotel faces toward the ocean. He's so cute. Anyone got any questions? Oh, let's do the poll. Duh. All right. What is the modern equivalent of the word Sinite? 10% voted for A, which is year. 20% voted for day, which is B. I'm sorry. Yeah. 65% voted for C, which is week. And 5% voted for month. I'm doing it now. So the answer is week. I thought it meant day.
I got that. I got it. I guess.
So it means week. So I'm gonna read what it says about it, so y'all have a better understanding of this. The term week serves as the modern equivalent of the archaic word Sinite, which historically referred to a 7-day period. Originating from Old English, Sinite combines SE meaning 7, and night literally signifying the span of 7 nights. Today, week is universally recognized and widely used, encompassing the same concepts of time measurement. A week typically begins on Sunday or Monday, depending on the cultural context, and is integral to organizing schedules, work, and daily life. It serves as a fundamental unit of time, linking days in a way that facilitates planning and routine in contemporary society. There you have it. Jason, you and me both got it wrong because I chose day too. I was thinking it meant day. It meant week. All right. What time is it now?
7:26.
Has Donna already gone live? Anyone? Let me know if Donna's still live or not, or has she gone live? Because I might could just send y'all to her. I have a suitcase to pack. When we get there was a reason why we're not doing the last. Wait, hang on a second. I need to look at our schedule. When we get all these blocks done, we haven't really talked about it, but do you want to try to sew them all together? Well, we have to cut sashings and stuff. I know we got to do that, but did you want to do the sashings offline to get them ready, or do you want to sew the sashings on and then we use the live to sew all the blocks together? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I think we can get the cutting done. Have they dropped the finishing instructions
Not
yet?
that I've seen. I'll go look, but I don't think so.
I'm looking right now. I don't think so either.
Shelby said she was live early today. Oh, I thought she was supposed to be live. Today's Friday. She usually goes live, I think 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. Hang on. I need to look and see.
Nope, it is. It's out there.
Okay, then I need to go have a look. Do you want to do that setting?
Let me make sure I'm not like crazy. No, wait, no, I don't think that's it. Hold on.
Oh,
no.
she's live right now. Let's see how long she's been live before I go sending you guys. She's been live for 85 minutes, so I bet we're gonna catch her on the back door, but I'll try. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I think if we can get go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking if we got all this sashings and stuff done, or whatever you want to call them, done, and then we can either sew them on the block off on camera, and then the next go around sew the blocks together. You want to do that?
I'm sorry. I was looking at socialites too. My bad. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Did you want to have all the sashings cut offline and then we sew them online to the blocks, or do you want to sew them on the blocks offline and then we sew together all the blocks, or do you want to do like 2 sessions where we do sashing and blocks and then the next one is sew all of the blocks together in another live?
Because I believe when we're looking at it, I believe you're just making blocks, right? You got these little 3 patches that you're making. So there's no sashing.
I think she's adding. I don't have the picture of the main quilt
right here.
Oh, those are the big. Oh, we still got to make them big blocks.
Right. That's all there is. There's no sashing in this
No
picture.
sashing. Oh, I forgot all about them. Have you made a decision on what you're making yours from? Because guess who hasn't yet?
I haven't either. I kind of wanted to get, I guess we have enough blocks now. I kind of want to put lay out a bunch of blocks since it's Scrappy. I want to lay out a bunch of blocks and then audition some fabrics, just to make sure, I did notice that we don't have a lot, like you don't need a lot of fabric. I think you only need like a half a yard, I think at most for each of the 3 prints. So I haven't decided if I'm gonna just use 3 or if I might pull in some more, but I think I just want to audition some fabric. I want to lay down the completed blocks and then hold some fabrics up and see what's going to work.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to do, you guys. I am going to send you guys to Donna's channel. I've programmed it into the live. So as soon as I shut down the live, you should see something that directs you straight to her channel. Thank you for coming tonight. Keep an eye out for when I go live tomorrow, okay? I don't know the exact time. It depends on flying, weather, how long it takes them to check me into my room, all of that stuff. And then as soon as I can escape, my butt's going to town. So just keep an eye out tomorrow. Thank you for coming to the live tonight. Thank you, as always, Shonda, for being here with me. I need to talk to you afterwards. But thank you for today, and thank you for sharing Little Man with us.
Mhm.
And everybody, love you guys. Have a great evening. Remember to live, laugh, love, and dream. What do you do with that? You make something beautiful, or go do something special for someone, because you never know, it might change their whole world. And we need a whole lot of that right now. So see you tomorrow sometime during the day. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, let me make sure this is over with.